Isn't there
Shadowkeep? Shadowkeep was the name of it.
Isn't there a new Destiny 2 thing coming out?
Yeah, it's called Destiny 3.
Shut up. No, it's called The Final Shape. Me and Zach had this conversation.
Final Shape.
The Final Shape.
No, so there was Shadowkeep. So these are the ones that you can get now. You can get Shadowkeep, Beyond
the
Light.
Final Shape?
The
Is
Witch
that like
Queen,
for toddlers?
Lightfall. Okay, so there's 5. Bro, shut up. Have you seen that video?
It's a square!
Have you seen that video?
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Carson, and welcome back to another podcast episode. I'm super excited to be bringing you guys a new podcast episode, and I am super excited to be bringing you more in the future. Remember, if you enjoy these, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later. Do you guys want to know the last time we recorded a podcast episode?
I never recorded.
It was like,
you've never.
wasn't I like
It's
16 or something?
Oh Lord!
Wasn't
Bro was still a
16 or
minor.
something?
Let me find it. Let me find the last time we all did one.
I was
That
gonna
was
make
like
a music
episode
joke,
3,
but it's very
right?
niche.
I don't
so
even.
wasn't gonna do
Well,
it.
technically it was 3, but you guys didn't really talk in 3.
Oh, that's right. 3.
Technically it was 3 though.
It was 3.
Hold on.
Because we
Hold
were
on.
there.
Because we were. Yeah, it was,
we were there, but it was
we were
just
talking-
Carson and
Curtis.
And Curtis.
My man Curtis.
Even though
the Halo
Gazelles
guy.
was there, he just said
Yeah.
nothing.
It was like talking about. It sounds like we're talking about movies or something. Like in 3, that was the last time we were all together.
I think it was 2.
We had a
'Cause
whole
two-
separate.
two
arc.
is
Bro, what do you
whenever
mean?
we
It was
talked.
2 decades ago.
Three is whenever episode 3 was whenever we talked to Curtis about Halo.
Yeah.
And by we
Oh.
I mean mostly me
You.
because you guys didn't really say
Only
anything.
Yeah.
That was 3. 2 is the last one we all did to
In here.
You two were a part
And
of.
this is my first one.
And this is Connor's
Yeah.
first time in here. Yeah, the last time we did it was November 22nd in 2022.
Oh my gosh!
November.
It's been almost a year
It's been
somehow.
almost a year.
Wow.
It's been almost a year.
16 back then, bro.
It's been
I was,
almost a
yeah,
year
I matured a
been one
good
of
4
these.
years since last
You're
year.
so mature for your age.
Jeez. That's so weird to think about because it doesn't feel like it's been over almost. I mean, it's felt like it's been a long time.
It's felt like a long time.
But like,
It was
has-
like pre-Elden Ring,
But, like,
us playing Elden Ring.
I don't know, about a year though. Almost a year.
You've been
'cause-
playing Elden
Well, I
Ring for a
mean,
while.
the numbers don't lie, Mason.
Well, I know that.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
The numbers.
Shane, have you played Elden Ring?
Yes, I have.
Surprise.
How many days?
I think only 8.
Ah,
Yeah.
I only played for 8 days.
Let's check mine.
Only 8 days.
I played it for a
tried to
week
play
and dropped it.
yesterday, but I got super busy, and also I don't have enough space because Jedi Survivor.
I've been playing
So I tried
Starfield.
to finish Jedi Survivor, but I got
Yeah.
too busy.
the game we can't
You've been
talk
mining
about because
rocks, huh?
because
I
two
know.
I've been
people.
playing Rock and Stone and
certain
Starfield.
people haven't played.
Yeah, certain people haven't finished Jedi Survivor.
I have 2
Yes.
days and
Yeah.
14 hours on Elden Ring.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
I beat
it's
it a
starting
few
now.
times.
That's a
It's starting now. Yeah,
It's
it's a start.
speed
It's a
running.
beginning.
He's
It's a start.
speed running.
I beat
Shane.
it. I'm on like New Game Plus.
There ain't no
3.
way within 2 days.
In 2 days.
You have not
No.
fully experienced Elden Ring. Then there's no
No,
way that
dude.
you've seen
I-
everything.
I had a good time.
Oh my gosh, he's just
just
like
like phenomenal.
Bezelis.
Bro,
Our
It's
good
not
friend
like Bezelis,
Bezelis.
because
I'm
Bezelis
not
spent an
Bezelis.
hour in the game. He
And then
spent
gave
days
up.
in the game.
Yeah, I've spent a good 10 days
It's not as impressive
good.
as my
as your Destiny.
70-something days in Destiny.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
I don't know how you do that for Destiny.
I love Destiny.
Well,
I bet you I've probably already logged
it feels
a day
like you
into
have
Deep
to
Rock.
love Destiny.
I do love Destiny. I've
You-
got like 7
It's-
hours in
you're-
Starfield.
You have an abusive relationship with Destiny.
I
and you're
do.
like-
I talked to you about that.
Yeah.
And that's just like the
It
common
beats you up,
thing in
takes
the
your money.
community.
And
but
you
I
just have
keep
to be
coming back
thankful
for some
it.
reason for that small amount of love
That
that it
little
shows
bit.
me
I'm in
with
a-
those raids.
I'm in an
those little
abusive
exotics.
relationship, and
That's
I will
right.
finish what I started. Okay.
Oh my gosh, how many DLCs are there now for Destiny 2?
Oh.
17.
It was like 5.
Like too many. They you can't get some of them anymore.
Yeah,
They
some
got
of them
rid
they
some
just
of them.
like don't allow you to
I
buy
think
anymore.
now there's like, let's see, there's that one. I forgot
That
what it was
one.
called.
That's a great.
Isn't there
Shadowkeep.
what is it-
Shadowkeep was the name of
Isn't
the-
there a new Destiny 2 thing coming out?
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
Destiny
it comes,
3.
It's shut up. No, it's called The Final Shape. Me and Zach had this
The
conversation.
Final Shape.
the
So-
final shape.
No, so there was Shadowkeep. So these are the ones that you can get now. You can get Shadowkeep, Beyond
The
Light,
Final Shape.
The
Is
Witch
that like
Queen,
for toddlers?
Lightfall. Okay, so there's 5. Bro, shut up. Have you seen
Final
that video?
It's a square!
Have you seen that video where the guy puts like everything in
puzzles-
the square hole
yeah,
and everyone
that-
gets mad at it?
Yeah, the puzzles is there's shapes set out in like this big room, and you have to guess which shape goes in which hole that
yeah.
it fits.
Actually,
The shapes, Mason, what do they mean?
What happens is a triangle goes in a circle. Like that's what
The
happens. in
Illuminati?
Destiny. There's a triangle inside of a circle. I showed Zach the picture.
The
And then I also
final
showed a Mega
shape.
Mind.
I can't believe that's what it's called.
Bro, it's
there's a
the
whole-
final chapter.
There's a whole queen of
No,
witches.
it's the final
What-
shape.
Bro,
What else would it be called?
There's a whole queen of
there's
witches.
beyond light.
And then there's like a whole thing with light and stuff.
There's
but
light
then there's like, I
fall.
don't know, throw in some triangles and circles and call it the final shape
the
or
final
something.
shape.
Push it out. The next one's going to be about numbers. It's just going to be you doing math problems.
So I'm
and then you
confused. It
finish
says that this is the last DLC in the game's long-running Light and Darkness saga.
They're gonna start a new
They're
like
gonna
it's,
start
it's
a
like
new
an it's like an
saga?
anime arc. They're starting a new arc in
my
anime.
gosh.
They're gonna start the world in between.
So they're
It's
gonna
like
make-
how literally. It's like how they
It's
have
Kingdom
Gear
Hearts.
5 in One Piece right
Right.
now. They're starting a new
Kingdom
arc.
Hearts 2.
So they're making it.
They're going to the realm of
making
unreality.
They're making a new saga of with already like a bajillion DLCs, but they're gonna make a new saga still in Destiny 2.
Yeah, bro, they're
And
starting a new
have
story.
it- That's so dumb. Just make a new game.
No, because
make a new game.
that's too much work.
They haven't got.
Honestly, the way that Destiny is right now, with like how it runs and the gunplay and everything, is
It's
perfect.
pretty confusing. You're right.
Okay, Carson.
They could pull an Overwatch 2 with Destiny 3. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
Just
much.
release
Just
Destiny
update
3
it.
and
Update-
just pull out
update
all
the
of
store.
Destiny 2.
say they're gonna release a story and then don't.
Yeah,
And then do, but you have to pay
and
for
then
it.
add
and
one new person you can play as, like the warlock, the titan, the
The hunter. Actually, no.
one new
Actually, no.
class.
That would be really big. That would be a huge update.
That would be
massive.
huge. Adding one more person.
No,
to
because
the three.
that would completely change the game.
And
like,
he'd be called the Revenant.
no, it'd probably be like
He'd be called the accountant, and
No,
it would
he'd
be
be-
crucill to the numbers. The numbers
He would be-
DLC.
he
the
would be
next
Ben
one. He's called the
Affleck, the
accountant, and he's
accountant.
good with numbers.
Yeah.
shut
The
up, bro.
final equation.
His name's Oscar.
Oscar the accountant.
Oscar the Accountant.
He's just in a suit and tie.
Rick the
Like he
Door
doesn't even have a
Office
spacesuit.
vibes.
He's just a normal dude in a suit and tie.
You only get one race, and it's just human.
He falls
You can only
asleep
be
to
a
heavy
human.
metal.
Yeah,
You can't be an exo.
He doesn't have guns. He just
or
throws
Woken.
pencils at people.
I think that's why
Those
Halo is
calculators.
failing so much, is because we're not getting a million DLCs per.
Yeah, no, I think it's
what's
just because Halo Infinite sucked.
No, I think
not gonna
I
lie.
think it's because Bungie gives them all the DLCs, and they're like, you know what? It's not our IP anymore. We don't have to worry about its longevity. Let's kill it by adding a bajillion DLCs to Destiny.
I feel so. I
And
need
there's a
to.
new
I need to
saga.
move. I feel so. I'm just like staring at Zach, and that's the only person
Yeah.
I see.
I mean,
Why are
you
you
get to stare at me.
Yeah, you get to
That's
stare
not
at
a
it.
good thing.
That is.
You're moving everything.
No, my phone.
You're ruining.
I'm not gonna run over your phone.
You're
with a freaking
ruining my
office
lifestyle
chair.
and my
I don't trust
podcast.
Okay, now I can see everyone.
Get out.
Now I have. Oh,
Go.
just like that. I have
You
been kicked off the
ruined it.
podcast.
And now it's down to 3 for the podcast.
Have we actually started yet?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've been on.
Was
we've
there
been
no
live the whole
like
time.
intro? Or
Yeah,
anything?
yeah.
No,
We
we just
don't-
started.
This
we
is
don't-
how it is.
We're
Oh,
starting
okay,
right
yeah.
now.
That's
all
cool.
right. Hello, everybody.
Because think of it this way: if you do an intro, it's going to become more daunting in a way to certain people. If you think
get it.
about it like that.
Yeah, once someone starts an intro, everybody starts screaming and freaking out.
He's doing the intro.
Get out!
He still can.
Close the video.
Guys, help me,
Unsubscribe.
please.
Help, guys! He's doing the intro.
Yeah.
No, I
Welcome to the
typically,
Moose Boys
whenever it's just us,
podcast.
I don't do an intro.
So other than Destiny, what are we talking about?
what are we
Elden
talking
Ring.
about? Elden Ring.
Yeah.
The thing that we haven't talked about, because the last time we all did a podcast, I hadn't played it,
No?
and I have 10 days in the game, and I love it.
Shane,
Yeah,
do you
it's
want to
great.
do your
I love
your
it.
good narrator impression?
Yeah, do the impression.
Arise now, ye tarnished.
I'm so glad there's a table between the lower half of you and
Oh,
so I don't see
no.
anything.
Okay, I still have to see it. Okay.
Please
I have
tell me
a
what's going
complete
on.
picture
Connor,
of
tell me
Shane.
what's going on.
Arise.
He's slapping his thigh.
Yeah, Sir Gideon Offnir really went all out.
He
in
really
that.
did.
He was having a good time.
He went all. He went.
Oh,
hard.
he definitely
And he
was.
didn't
having a good-
And
did
then,
that
and
for
then
us.
we get to his part of the intro, and it's like Sir Gideon
Sir
Offnir,
Gideon
the all-knowing.
Offnir.
It's like
The
he's just
all-knowing.
hyping
Yeah,
himself
but then he
up.
pops up. He's like, the loathsome dung eater.
And then you actually get to Sir Gideon Offnir in the game, and he's like,
Then he says
he's like
Guadalupe.
two-shot. He's
Yeah.
so easy.
Mhm.
The all-knowing. But he's dead.
He's like the
But he has
easiest
to walk on a
boss in the
cane.
game.
And
Yeah. He's stupid. And he has
He's dumb.
He's the Illuminati spell.
For the
and
all-knowing,
everything.
he's
Bro,
pretty
he
dumb.
does have the element. He's
For the
like,
all-knowing, for the all-knowing, he's a freaking moron.
he's a freaking moron.
He kind of is.
His
Trying
armor
to stop me
kinda
from
goes
becoming the
hard,
Elden
though.
Lord. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
His armor goes hard.
His armor goes hard.
His armor is cool.
His armor is so
give
sick.
Yeah.
That is not what I was expecting. That's That's so stupid. I hate that you did that.
Connor.
I'm sorry. You said
No, don't say my
You
name.
complimented me.
dude. Look at my armor. Look at my
I
armor.
am the all-knowing.
Look at my
Oh,
armor.
my armor,
It's going
Connor.
hard right now.
Connor.
It's going so hard right now.
It's not
Oh
nearly
my
as good as
gosh.
my armor.
No.
How hard is your armor?
Pumpkin
Yeah.
head
How
and
hard
the
is
dog.
my
Yeah,
armor?
FromSoft
Actually,
gave you your own armor.
It's
in Elden Ring.
pretty hard because it's made out of metal and pumpkin and metal.
pumpkin.
Metal and pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
That's it.
But and then
Best armor
in
in the game.
Dark Souls 1, which I beat the other day, it's
Why not?
it's onion head.
Oh yeah, because you like to use all
Onion
the
Knight.
big fat heads.
He loves a
Yeah,
fat.
honestly,
They're the
Dark
same
Souls
game.
3. Dark Souls 3 was better. I use
I haven't
I
played
use
Dark Souls
Onion
3.
Bro helmet. Yes, that's right. I killed Onion Bro.
What?
What's wrong
How
with
dare
you?
you?
I know. I killed
How
Onion
could
Bro
you?
in Dark
I didn't
Souls 3.
kill him, but I watched as he died.
Yeah,
in
I
the
was
first
like,
one.
it's okay. I was like, shh.
Wasn't his name in Dark Souls 1?
Man, who's
Isn't it
cutting
like
onions
Sigmar?
over here?
Sigmar Katarina.
Sigmar? Yeah, I thought
His name in
Solaire and Sigmar.
and
Solaire of Astor.
Sigurd in Dark Souls
Seaward?
3. Sigurd.
Seedward.
It's like Sigurd.
I thought you said Seedward.
No.
It's like Seigward, I think.
Yeah.
I have to get his helmet every game.
You
Every
do?
game I play.
It's pretty good. And then I had like this cool cape.
I have a
Chest
cape in
piece.
Elden. I have a
Okay.
cape in Elden Ring.
So
Okay.
interesting.
And in Dark Souls.
No. Does it go behind you like the cape? Does it go like on your shoulders?
Yeah, whenever it's windy, does it like flap in the wind a little bit?
No.
No.
No. It's
I
just-
used it as a towel.
So it's very
un-
unlike
Towel.
Fortnite capes.
Call me
Oh,
Sir
yeah.
Gideon Ofnir, and you know, like
That's a game
I
that-
used it as a towel a couple of times.
That's a game where Edna Mode was right. No capes for Fortnite. Capes in Fortnite look so stupid.
I love capes in
Especially
Fortnite.
in
No.
20
They
Yeah,
they
I
don't
love
look
using
bad,
capes.
but it's just the physics of
Some
the
of them
capes
look
is
really bad,
wild.
and they only look good with the skin they come with for the most part.
well,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Moon Knight, it's literally just a towel rod.
Yeah,
Just like on top of
I
your back.
I,
So dumb.
I
It's so
hate Darth
weird.
Vader's like that one. Ugh.
Darth Vader's is so wild.
It's
no,
so
like
cursed.
did y'all
you
play?
see like the
did
cape
y'all
cut
play
through
during?
his stomach.
Yeah, but then
Whoa.
that one like relic guy that we both have, and the cape that we have equipped for him, that looks fine.
Yeah, his cape's fine.
that looks cool.
So I don't know.
Did y'all play in Chapter 1, Season 5?
I don't know. Remind
The,
me
the
what's in
tier
that.
100 skin was Ragnarok, the Viking with the blue hair.
No. I don't
Oh,
know.
no.
That
I don't know.
I have, and his cape actually works really well with like any skin.
So what you're telling me is the cape
Does it
physics
work with
used to
the
be
furry?
better.
Anything works with the furries.
Anything.
So like I could wear a
Mm.
Ragnarok cape with a furry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So you're
I've
telling
done it.
me
I have
could
the
get
Not
a
that,
panda
not
skin.
that I'm not that I'm
I've done
come
it.
on.
have
I
a
ha-
furry skin.
I have the
I-
panda skin, and I usually use the bamboo.
Oh, you
with
do
it.
too? I mean, you do?
Yeah, bro.
fired.
You're fired from the podcast.
What?
It's just me and Carson.
Because I know what a furry is.
Yes.
Zach, what's a
obviously.
furry? Are they in Elden Ring?
Yeah.
now. Furries, yeah.
Yeah,
Blade?
because there's
Yeah,
a
Blade the Half Wolf.
yeah him.
Oh, I forgot
Blythe.
about him.
Blythe.
Yeah.
Is it
I think
Blythe?
it's Blythe.
It ends
It's
with
Blythe.
a TH.
It's Blythe. I think.
Blythe.
I think it's actually like a Celtic name or something.
I
It's-
mean, it
he's
absolutely
he's
is.
literally me.
He's a widowy me
He's a
because
widowy
I
me.
am a foe.
And I love that you can get his helmet in someone's
I
fortress.
wish you
Oh, I
could get
forgot you
Lena and
can.
Yeah, I
Misbegotten
did that.
as like an armor set somehow.
I
Or, like,
wish
parts of it.
you could. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah,
What?
you better not. You better
What?
chill out there.
Why don't they have a why don't they have a whiplash reference in Elden Ring?
Would
is
you
what I was
shut
gonna say.
a whiplash. You just throw chairs.
Yeah, because
No,
that's
that's not what I was going.
because that's
for there.
definitely what Connor was.
That's not what I was
referencing.
saying.
Oh,
Connor's stupid thing that he has with that
Okay.
movie.
Getting in a car accident.
No,
Oh,
no.
If anybody wants to
It's-
guess,
I like
what
how
he's
he was
talking
so
about.
unfazed
Yeah.
about that car accident. Like, bro was just like, "No, I gotta play the
Oh,
drums."
spoilers.
yeah, that's a dedication.
Spoilers.
Okay, it's not
Yeah.
like the movie's been out for like a decade.
It's
Yeah.
been in 2014,
Oh.
but still spoilers.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's true.
That's
That's true.
yeah, that's crazy.
But this is the Moosic Boys podcast. Like, if you're listening to this podcast, you have to have seen Whiplash.
Connor,
It's
you
a
watched
requirement.
Whiplash last week.
And I'm on the podcast.
Yeah, now it's on the
Oh, that's
here.
true.
It's my
Now-
right of
now
induction.
You know what's next for him?
Yeah,
Take a guess.
Babylon.
He's gonna switch his major to what we do, Zach.
I'm not
yeah.
gonna change
Oh,
my
yeah.
major.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm happily married to this major.
For now.
For now.
Divorce exists.
Until all of us become CMP majors.
Yeah,
All
Bro, I'm-
of us.
He,
Me included.
even Shane said he'll be a CMP major just now.
Shane,
we can both become
you don't even
CMP
go here.
majors who play
You don't even
trombone.
go here, bro.
Commercial music production.
No, Carson Music Productions.
Yeah.
Carson Music Production. That's it.
That's what I think.
No,
it should be
CMP stands for Carson Music Podcast.
oh my god!
That's why you need to change
The amount
Change it
of
to
the amount of
CMP.
things that you could use CMP for, instead of
Because
commercial
your
music
name is
production.
Carson Music,
Yeah.
so you just
Yeah.
had to make up a random
Carson-
keyword at the end of
I
it.
was saying this earlier, but you
Carson
should have
Music Pancreas.
you
like-
should call it Carson Audio Music Productions, and then have it be
Ugh.
camp, and so you can
Camp.
have a summer camp
Oh,
where it's
yeah,
summer
yeah, yeah.
CAMP.
the camp.
My mom earlier. So
camp.
we went out for lunch today, right? And I went to church and we went to lunch. And she goes, "Has your father had to talk to you yet about Carson Music?" And I was like, "What? Where are we going with this?"
The
She
talk.
goes, "We found another Carson Music. There's another Carson Music."
There
But
is.
he's not as famous as you, is he?
no.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he does what I do, music production stuff. And my mom's like, "You need to like figure something out because you don't want to be associated with that Carson Music. He's done music for covers where there's two men on the front." Was what she said.
No.
And I was like, "What are you on about,
Bro, it's just
What's
like
happening?
Whiplash.
Just say just say Carson Musical. That's your new name.
No.
Yeah, but then you have to go to
No.
Broadway.
But then I have to go to
Carson
Broadway.
Musically.
Carson Music.
No,
Please.
then I have to become
Now
a
you're
TikToker.
Greek. Now you're music.
Oh no, then it
please.
would change to Carson TikTok.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
TikTok.
Well, it's funny because
Man, imagine if you change your name to
well,
Carson
it's funny
TikTok.
because no son of mine is gonna be on TikTok.
No freaking way.
Yeah.
It is. I saw
is.
that. You
You're
you showed
kidding.
me that.
Yeah. So,
What?
so whenever I distributed it, when it will be
It's
distributed.
even on Deezer.
Yeah. So I.
What's a
I-
Deezer?
These are nuts.
oh my god. Yeah, I have it right now. It's processing for like TikTok and iTunes and stuff. I don't know what that means for TikTok. I'm assuming that just means it's going to be an audio on TikTok. I don't think anyone's going to make memes or dances to it.
No, I would
It's-
love to see
it's-
some dances.
It's like the final boss song.
Yeah, someone said.
Bro, imagine,
Carson, do one of your songs. They're like.
imagine,
No, I will.
imagine Charlie D'Amelio does a dance to.
To a
To
no,
no
song.
son of
To
mine.
no
Dude,
son
but
of
then
mine.
you'll blow up because they used your sound.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
want to.
You'll get like
for
a whole
that.
$3.
I don't know if I want to
Dang,
blow up
maybe.
for that. I don't think I want to do.
I was
that,
gonna say
actually.
imagine someone else, but that is literally the only
Imagine
TikTok person I know.
Yeah.
Imagine Junkie
Cobby.
XL
Cobby
dancing
Lane.
to-
I
The
don't
guy
know
from
who that is.
the guy from Fortnite.
Oh,
Like,
oh,
yeah.
well, he would just play the music and then do like his hand gesture.
Yeah. No, he uses his like background music.
Who?
The guy from Fortnite that does stuff.
The guy from
The guy
Fortnite-
that,
oh,
like-
the guy from the new season.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the, that does the hands.
Oh,
It's
the
like-
TikToker. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I would like to add that we literally use the phrase "the guy from Fortnite" unironically.
Yeah, the guy from
He's
Fortnite.
That's the
Yeah.
best way to describe him.
the guy from Fortnite?
But he's the guy from TikTok. Is the funny thing.
It's Darth Vader. It's the guy from Fortnite.
Person
To
music.
us,
That's the guy
he's
from
the guy
YouTube.
Fortnite,
That's the guy
but
from
to everyone
YouTube.
else,
Who's
he's the guy
gonna
from
be in
TikTok.
Fortnite?
Guys,
Fortnite.
it's Carson
Yeah,
Music.
guys, surprise drop. I'm gonna be a skin in Fortnite.
Crazy.
Where do we go?
That I
where
will
we
not be buying that skin.
Why not?
That is a waste
What would
of
my
money.
pickaxe be? What would my apparel, my emoji? What would it be?
Yeah.
I want to know. What are your thoughts?
Your emoji would be you headbanging to like some music that you made, and then your
Okay.
pickaxe would be a
No,
microphone.
no, your emote would
one of the
be you,
emojis
like-
would be the animated, the little drawing of Carson Music, the one with two lightsabers.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I was gonna say you
That'd
can't
be one of them.
include. You can't have me in Fortnite and not have a reference to What's Up Gamers.
Here's what would happen. Here's what would happen. He'd get like the hard eyes, and you'd be like, and then Mick Gordon would show up.
Just like walk up behind you and
Just like-
pat you on the
Yeah,
shoulder.
he's
There
like,
you go.
I'm here, and then you turn around and he's gone.
And you might have like an electric guitar as your pickaxe.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
Yeah.
goofy.
Or it's just you
That'd be
like
pretty
sliding into his DMs.
And your outfit would be gray.
all
gray
gray.
shirt,
Gray
Be all
shirt,
right.
gray
Gray shirt.
jogger.
What you're
Sweatpants,
wearing
yeah.
right now.
What?
You're on it.
But then my alternating skin would be me wearing my Elden ring. On
No,
my-
it would
Yes.
be no
oh
beard.
my gosh.
It would be no beard.
No beard is the alter. Well, that would be like the
No.
different. You know how like the different like beard on, beard off.
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
thing?
yeah, that's-
Mustache on, mustache off.
off. Just mustache.
Yeah,
full
then you
beard.
get like
Yeah.
a Discord moderator.
And
No,
then your,
I can't believe you said it like
your
that.
other skin is like your really dark gray jacket that you have the zip up one.
No, what about
Yeah.
his flesh colored hoodie that he wears?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the one that people say is pink, but it's like it's kind of
It's
pink,
more
but
like-
also
It's
not.
more
salmon.
Salmon.
It is salmon. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what
Yeah.
it is.
Like
It's not pink,
that's
it's
still
pink, come on.
a shade of pink.
It
It
is a
is,
shade
but
of pink.
it's. I feel like it's more on the side of just the orangish pinkish than it is
It
just.
has
pink,
more
I
pink
guess.
than it does orange.
Yes.
Although salmon in itself is orange.
It's like saying something is blue whenever it's like baby blue, and they go,
Are we gonna get on the topic of like the dress situation or whatever that was like a few years
the
ago?
yellow and
The one where they're
the
like,
white
oh,
and gold
it's
and
this
blue.
color,
Oh,
and then
that
everyone's
one,
like,
yeah.
no, it's this color.
the white and gold.
yeah,
blue,
the
and
one
black.
that oh yeah.
The one that for whatever reason people were so like.
And then everybody was having
addicted to
fights
talking
over it
about-
for some reason.
It's
I'm
such
like,
a
it's
stupid-
literally, it's a
I always
picture.
thought it
It's a
looked
picture of someone having
white and
lunch,
gold.
and we are yelling at each other over this.
No, I actually did that at dinner
Why?
one time with a group of friends.
Why?
And we
it's fun.
it randomly brought up, and
No.
we were like at Qdoba. No, it wasn't
course.
Qdoba. It was Panera.
Chipotle.
Panera.
We're at
Ooh,
Panera Bread.
Panera.
Yeah,
I
and
know
we
a
were
guy
like,
who used
oh
to
my
work
gosh!
there.
And one of us in the group, there was like 5 of us there, and one of us was like, "No, it's blue and black."
And you guys had a public argument in Panera Bread
Yes.
about a dress.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
that
that's
actually
amazing.
reminds me of, I was showing this
That's not
picture
good.
whenever it was popular to one of my close friends at the time, and he was pretty much legally blind, and
Not
he had
illegally?
glasses on.
Legally blonde.
He legally blonde. Yeah, that's what I.
His
Yeah.
name was L Woods.
Oh no.
But he had terrible eyesight. He had glasses, but they were literally binoculars, and he had his glasses off whenever I showed him this picture. And I go, "Hey, what color do you see?" And he goes, "I don't see anything."
I don't know.
I like that response.
Yeah. And side thing that reminds me of this video of this guy that was actually blind, and he was having a conversation with like this 5-year-old or a 6-year-old or like something like that, and she was trying to explain color, and because he was like born blind, and she was trying to explain colors and stuff, and she goes, you ever like see a picture of a rainbow or something? And he literally says,
No.
I've never seen anything. That's the freaking point.
I remember you told me that before. It's so stupid.
She goes, all right, what do you see right now? Literally nothing. That's the color black.
Yeah.
Now imagine it just a
And
little bit lighter and then you got brown.
imagine that, but a lot brighter. That's the color white.
Imagine that, but the opposite. That's white.
Imagine having a conversation, like an ASL conversation with someone who can't hear, trying to explain like different instruments. It's like, okay, you ever hear a guitar before? And they go,
What? What are you talking about?
I had a friend from high school, and he played clarinet, and he was one of the most talented clarinet players I've ever heard.
but he was deaf.
No, both of his parents were deaf.
Oh.
But so like his first language was sign language, and then he also was in choir, and he did the musicals and everything. And his parents would always come to them,
Oh.
and I was
That's
like,
sweet.
they're great parents, but like we always had like a sign interpreter, and they would be like, yeah, he's awesome. And one time he was interpreting, and our director was talking good about him, and he stopped talking because he was just that humble. He was a phenomenal person. He got engaged this year.
Oh, really?
Imagine,
Nice. Good for him.
doing, imagine doing. You said he played clarinet.
Mm-hmm.
Him doing a clarinet / like singing piece where he sings and plays the clarinet. So he plays the clarinet for a bit and has to throw down the clarinet to do like the sign language along
Fly
with his
me
singing,
to the
and then he has
moon.
to pick it back up to keep going. It's like, oh, my mom's here. Boom!
She won't hear it.
She won't hear how much money she's going to have to pay for that sound that it just made as it hit the stage.
You have to do with your fingers like 1000 for like payments.
You start speaking binary to your mom.
She
This is
leaves
how
the
much you have to pay.
performance.
1000.
That's whenever she leaves the performance because she's so mad at you.
Yeah.
For how much
She just looks at you and gives you a thumbs down.
That'd be so funny walking up after your son does a performance and you can't hear it, and you walk up and you sign, that sucked. I'm deaf and I still wanted to lose my hearing.
Do y'all think that they have Pig Latin in sign language?
How would that work?
No.
Just like do.
Do you
I don't
think
know.
that different cultures have different sign language?
Yes, they
Yeah,
do.
they
They're-
do.
Yeah,
They
British,
do?
That's why it's
they
called
even
ASL.
they have British sign language.
Yeah, that's why-
they
yeah.
have.
Whoa,
They have.
that's
Yeah.
why-
actually kind of cool.
That's why it's called American
That's why
Sign
it's called
Language.
ASL.
The more you know.
Yeah.
Like you spend all this time doing ASL, and then you go to like a different country, like
You go to, like, to
Mexico
okay.
or
Or
like
Alaska.
England,
England.
and
Bro.
you start signing to people that are deaf, and they have no idea what you're talking about, and then they start signing to you, and you have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, you're in British and they just hit you with the.
They just hit you with the. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. You want
You're
some?
like, I
It's
don't-
tea time.
Do you want some
I
crumpets?
can't talk about this right now.
I
It's
don't
tea
know
time.
what you want.
It's
They're
tea
like,
time.
have you played Hogwarts Legacy?
You ever heard of Harry Potter? Yeah, that's our
freaking hate
traditions
that
right
man.
there.
They say no, and that's when they pull out the knife, and they're just like,
Oh my gosh! Imagine if Gordon
Buff, you're
Ramsay
gonna give me
knew
some of your
sign
money, won't
language. Guys, imagine if Gordon Ramsay knew sign language. Like he was yelling at someone, like, "Where is the lamb sauce?" And then he realizes, "Oh wait, he can't hear." And then he signs, "Where's the lamb sauce?" And then the guy goes, "Ah!"
It's like, have you seen one of those videos where it's like me yawning on a plane and it's like the deaf person, they just start like screaming.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
It's like the video of the woman that's on the plane. She goes, "That man there, he's not real," and it's just the
No,
guy.
I know what you're talking about.
The guy's
It's
deaf.
like,
He has no
he's
idea what
deaf.
she's saying.
Ah. What do you
Have you
mean?
seen the guy where he's like, I want to shake his hand? Have you seen the guy that was on the plane that he had the Burger King crown?
The guy in the
No.
way. Hold on, what?
I've not.
He had the Burger King crown.
The Burger
just a
King
crown.
No, but he,
No,
No,
the-
but it says
the paper
Burger
crown.
King.
yeah,
It's
it was
different.
like
And it's
no,
probably
it-
made out of
cardboard
plastic.
y'all have never seen that video?
No.
I cannot
No.
repeat what he says because he says some very offensive stuff.
Why bring it up then?
Because we were talking about crazy things that happen on planes, and like that was really big. Like,
Guys, you ever hear
years
this
ago.
video? I can't say what they said because it was racist.
Yeah,
but you ever
but
see
like,
it?
but you see it. You
Well,
see
I'm
it?
not-
the racist
it?
one.
But, okay.
Let me
Oh
rack
my gosh, that
brain.
showed up
No,
on my
it's
For You
'cause it
page on
blew-
TikTok recently.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
it blew up like a couple years ago when it happened, and everyone was like, "I can't believe this is real." And
Yeah.
so,
I can't believe
Carson,
it.
shut up.
I can't believe
I
people are
can't.
racist.
I can't
Bro.
believe racism exists.
So, what's
Yeah,
everyone's
that's
go-to
crazy.
weapon in Elden Ring?
Why are we going back to
Dun,
Elden?
dun,
Because we're going over
Dun, dun,
racist
dun,
stuff,
dun.
and he's
Yeah.
a little rocky. He's like, okay, I gotta
All right,
change the
yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
Divert
We gotta
course. Go,
divert.
Don't
Let-
ask me
let
anything
me-
about
let me
racism.
Call me a lawyer
let me-
'cause
let
I'm
me save you.
cross-examining.
I'll save you, Connor. I use
Listen.
the coded sword a lot.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah,
one
yeah,
right
I've
answer,
seen-
and that's the Rivers of Blood katana.
That's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
all you
the
need.
Rivers of
Oh
Blood
my
is really
God.
sick.
It's so good.
Zach,
It is
what
really
what are
cool.
you?
I normally use a Rivers of Blood, or I dual wield blood katanas.
I use the
I'm a-
coded sword and I use the jellyfish shield.
I'm a great sword kind of guy. I
I like hammer.
I-
Hammer fun.
brick hammer. Brick
I hit hammer. I hit someone with hammer.
No, like the great sword is so freaking cool.
It's
So
great, huh?
yeah.
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I'm gonna fight both of y'all later.
The only time I use great sword is if it's a boss weapon. That's the only time I'll use a great sword.
No, it's just the great sword.
The
the big
sword.
one.
Oh, I thought you meant just the type of weapon. the
No,
great
no,
sword.
no, like the big great sword.
Oh.
The one that you get in Caelid on the back of that wagon.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I wish there was a good sword.
Okay.
Like there's a great sword and then there's a good
There's-
sword.
I wish there was
There's
a
an
bad
okay
sword.
sword.
Bad sword.
Like,
It's just a stick. That's what it is.
no,
It's
just literally
it's a
stick.
rock.
It's
There is a bad sword. It's anything that relies too heavily on faith in Elden Ring.
It's called a coded sword.
Which is the
Oh.
coded sword, but the coded sword is so cool.
It does look cool.
what you just man.
Bro.
The coded sword is my go-to, but man,
It
fake
sucks.
swords
Well,
suck.
I mean,
see,
it is bad.
That's
What about
that's me-
Rajier's rapier?
It's fine.
That's pretty cool.
Rajier's rapier.
Rajier's rapier.
I like the
What
coded
here?
sword more though. It's the lightsaber. It's the lightsaber of Elden Ring, and I.
It looks like a weapon in Destiny. I'm not
A
gonna
little
lie.
Yeah.
There's,
The-
there's
does
a
look like a
glaive
weapon.
in Destiny.
I like how it's like a.
It looks like-
It looks like elvish or something.
Yeah.
Is the blade? And
Maybe
then-
it is.
It
Are
looks
there
kinda like a
elves in
sword,
Elven Ring?
You know?
I actually don't know if there is though,
I don't know if there are.
because I don't remember ever
No?
seeing elves in
There's no elf.
the game.
There's no Dunmer or Thalmor.
I don't think so.
This isn't Lord of the Rings.
Bro, I'm talking about Skyrim.
Oh,
I do.
okay.
Speaking of
Either
Skyrim, I love Starfield. Okay, I've been playing
No,
a lot
they're
of
not the
Starfield.
same.
This is where I use
You know,
the
speaking of
Yeah.
Starfield,
Just
I
because-
really like
Once you get
Fallout
back,
4.
I'm gonna go. Starfield is so good. I love Starfield.
Just because it's from Bethesda does not mean they're
No,
the same.
that's not what I'm saying. Like I
He
believe.
said speaking of Skyrim,
It's what you
Starfield-
come
I'm
to
saying
expect from
because
a
it's from the
Bethesda
same
RPG.
company,
Yeah,
so it gets
Bethesda.
me on this topic.
Oh my!
But-
yeah. Speaking of video games, let's talk
Bethesda
about-
can release bad games.
They can.
Yeah.
They can also
Like
not
Dishonored.
pay their
I will
composers.
end you right now, sir. You will be dead.
But Starfield, I genuinely enjoy it. I'm having a
glad
good time
you
playing
do.
it. I've logged like 7.5 hours, which isn't that much, but I don't have much time.
Sure.
And I've been playing a
Sure.
lot of Deep Rock
Everyone's like,
Galactic, too.
yeah, it's a slow burn. Get 12 hours in, and then you'll enjoy it.
I'm enjoying it. I started enjoying
It's
it
like-
at like 2
it's
hours
like-
in. So
Within 12 hours, what can you do within 12 hours in other game? You can probably finish.
You
you can
get halfway
finish-
through.
bro,
Elden
you
Ring.
could do like 3 deep dives in Deep Rock.
You could finish a whole Halo game probably.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, you
Maybe even 2. Because I think on average, aren't they around?
I know ODST is 6 hours.
It's like 6 hours.
Yep.
I know they're not the
You
longest.
could do a raid in Destiny.
One raid in
maybe
Destiny.
half
You could
a
do
raid.
one raid if your team's competent.
And if it's an incompetent team, just one.
Then you
Yeah, just
leave
one.
the
Just
team
like-
and you get a better one.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
Then you can install and play Warframe.
You
Yes.
find this guy on YouTube named Dado, and he tells you all about how to do the raids.
Imagine needing someone to tell you how to do
It's
raids
my
in a
turn.
game that's very complicated.
I need to go to the bathroom.
yeah.
Oh my good god.
Wow. Wow.
And here comes Zach back to the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome back.
Thank you. Oh,
we're
man.
just we're just doing
Well,
rotations
well,
right
well.
Yeah. So what are we talking about?
We're talking about No Son of Mine. That's clearly
yeah?
what we were just talking about.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
Just
thought you were
going
gonna
to
say like taxes or something.
No, I mean
I
same
mean, we
thing.
could talk about taxes.
No, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Fine.
So this is sponsored by TurboTax actually.
Sponsored by TurboTax.
So No Son of Mine is a game that is in fact very very cool, and it in fact does have my music in it.
Yeah.
And so everyone that
Does?
is listening should go and listen to
Give
it.
us a rundown of what the game is about, Carson.
What is it?
There's a boy and he's trying to kill you, and you're trying to unravel the mystery behind it.
Is he a son of yours?
Technically, in the context of the game, no, he is no son of yours. I don't like how we're talking about a horror game, and then there's this my XLR cord for my mic just fell, just randomly.
It's the boy. He's coming for you.
Dude, he's
Yeah.
coming
Watch
for me.
out.
I hear my music.
Yeah.
It's
Looming
slowly
darkness
coming
is
in.
You gotta make sure to watch out for small children.
Yeah, exactly.
Darkness is looming.
The darkness is looming. That's track 7 of the soundtrack.
Whoa!
Whoa! He's turning the lights off.
He's
It's just like
darkness
track.
is looming.
Actually, this is less
Honestly,
scary
this
and
is
more
better.
erotic.
I
not
like
gonna lie.
this is better.
Oh wait,
Like
I don't
it
want to
gets
say
some
that
pink
about a boy.
We're talking about the lighting. We're talking about the lighting.
Talking about the light.
We're talking about the lighting.
Why did it get so dark?
Because
Because darkness was looming.
Well,
I was born in the darkness.
Shut up, Carson.
What'd you say, Carson?
He did not say
Nothing. We're talking about.
what he
We're talking about. That's true. We're talking about how everyone should listen to the No Son of Mine soundtrack.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
really
it's
cool.
really good.
Which is out on everything. It's not out on everything.
Not everything. Not on TikTok.
I watched a mutual
Not the
acquaintance of mine speedrun the game. He beat it in under an hour and got the
Yeah,
achievement for it.
I wonder who that
And he
was.
also did it deathless, which was kind of
Yeah,
crazy.
I wonder who did that on PC. Yeah, on PS5 and everything.
My favorite part was at the end of it, whenever we were all sitting there watching it, we were like, wait, guys, where's the credits? And you were like the second name that popped out. It was like, Carson
Yeah,
Music. I
it's
was like-
because-
and everyone was like, yeah!
Yeah, it's because there was like there's the developer and that's it. Like for example, without saying too much, but
Spoilers.
Dark Fracture has it's technically one developer, but there's a lot of people that help with like modeling and stuff. And so
But they plaster one name on the game.
yeah, Dark
Yeah.
Fracture.
No,
That's it.
And then they plaster Carson Music
Carson
right
Music.
below it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With help from
with help from this other composer that is working on it that I have never talked to or met before. But he literally did everything by himself. So
all the credits.
all the credits, all
Yeah.
the credits.
honestly.
he
Good games.
outsourced the game, but he did the credits.
But he did
himself.
the
Personally, haven't played it, but
Not
I've
yet.
seen it be played, and it.
You've
Play
seen it
what?
be
Pretty
played
good.
probably twice.
You haven't.
No son of mine.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. I thought you were
Yeah.
still talking about Dark Fracture.
I was like, the
wow,
game's not
you
out
haven't
yet.
played Dark
I've
Fracture?
played Dark Fracture.
I haven't played it either.
I've
That's crazy.
played Dark
I
Fracture.
played the prologue.
I've played
that's
Dark
it.
Fracture.
I've not.
Yeah, wasn't the
played
prologue like 3 years ago or something?
2020. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, 3 years ago.
God, that's so weird to
That
think
is how
about.
math
It
works.
is- that
I don't
is
like
that
that.
was 3 years ago. Ugh.
Ugh. That's what I think.
I still think
whenever
it's so
see
funny that
Carson.
you knew about Dark Fracture before you even knew me.
Yeah. I
think
find
that's
that really
kinda-
funny as well.
That's
I know-
actually hilarious.
It was
Yeah.
pretty goofy. We were in the studio, and I don't know, like we had just started
XQC
like
did,
like-
a
yeah,
playthrough
XQC
of it.
played it, which nowadays is like whatever, but back then it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like before me and Zach really knew each other that well, and we were in the studio, and I somehow got on the topic of me scoring video games, and Dark Fracture was brought up, and Zach's like, "No, I've actually seen someone play that game." I'm like, "No way! I'm doing the music for it." And it was so funny.
It was.
It was
really
pretty
funny.
goofy. Yeah, it's out on all. No Son of Mine is out.
And then we
on everything except
became
for Xbox.
instant best friends.
Yeah,
like
that's
in
true.
The movies.
Yeah, because he's like, yeah, it's totally not because he's. I was gonna make a joke and say it's totally not because he's just like, he's gonna be famous. I gotta get in early.
Oh yeah, that's totally what it
'Cause
is.
That's totally it.
He talked to
totally
Mick
it.
Gordon. He's gonna be famous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Mick Gordon said, "You know what? You were alright. You're alright." And
See, the song-
in his Australian accent, he's like,
Yeah.
"You're alright."
The song "What Is Love" comes on by
What is love?
What is love? That song comes
Baby,
on,
don't
and we
hurt
both have a
me.
moment where you see me, and it's like hearts, and then I see you, and it's like dollar signs.
Zach, you're a freaking gold digger.
You're a freaking gold digger, Jazz.
No, I'm not.
It's just like New
Hey,
Girl.
they
be
got
the
you.
worst
They got
gold
you
digger.
in on SoundCloud.
Yeah, they
SoundCloud and
as in
YouTube. As
me
in-
As in
because
you.
I
Yeah.
control SoundCloud and YouTube, so the soundtrack is on those platforms, but it's
Yeah.
not on everything else yet.
Yeah.
Because
So all those SoundCloud rappers out there,
they better
go
be
listen.
careful.
Go no. All you SoundCloud rappers, go listen to No Son of Mine.
Yeah.
Maybe make a beat over.
No,
the song.
please,
Please
no.
do it, please.
I
Make
better
a
not
beat
hear
over it.
any more 808s. Because there are 808s in that music. In No Son of Mine, there are 808s.
but not enough.
But
And you have to say, you know who else likes to assume?
well, there's. I don't like using 808s a lot because of what 808s are now.
Yeah.
It's like they're associated with beats, which is such a stupid word.
Beats
It's like
jams.
It's like, hey guys,
by Dre?
I'm a music producer. I make beats. Ugh, I just can't
Wait,
stand
you
it when
make
people
beats?
say that.
I'm a beat
Like
maker.
headphones or
Don't we
earbuds?
know someone?
or like vegetables.
Don't we know someone who says that?
What about vegetables?
vegetable beats
Bears.
because the
Oh,
the-
oh,
yeah,
oh.
yeah,
Battlestar.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause we're
Bears
talking
Beats
about
by
beats.
Yeah.
yeah.
From The Office.
Yeah, I hate it whenever people say beats. That's such a pet peeve of mine. Is they're like, I make beats.
I
I'm
make
like,
Headphones or
I made some
earbuds?
hot beats.
I make hot beats. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
you
the
know,
hot
I don't
beats.
know.
thing.
Which do you prefer?
I could be talking about music. I don't know. I could be talking about headphones. I guess I
What
don't
are
know
your
anymore.
beats like, Carson?
What
Do
are
you
my
think they?
beats like?
Do you think they?
My
are
beats
as good as,
inspire future Mick Gordon.
Aren't you trying to be a future Mick Gordon?
No, I'm trying to be best buddies with.
You should
With-
talk to Bungie.
Him and Mick
do
Gordon
music
talking to
for,
each other.
for Destiny.
I don't want to do music for.
You should do
Destiny.
music for Starfield DLC.
No, I am not doing. Well,
You could.
Yeah.
You could. That would
not
actually
for the
be-
Starfield DLC.
Okay.
There's something else.
Whenever they release Elder
There
Scrolls
is-
6 or
there-
Fallout 5.
There is something else Starfield related that I might be working on. That
Apex Legends.
is something officially for Starfield, I think, but I don't know for sure yet.
Are you
Yeah.
allowed to talk about it?
No, because I don't. Well, I mean, I'm not. Been
We'll
hired
cut this
for it.
part out later.
Yeah. Can you talk about it
Carson
off
in the
mic?
future, cut this out.
Could you
Well,
could you turn off your mic?
I mean,
and then I'll
it's not really
point my
it's
mic
not
towards
really a
you.
surprise. The guy that I'm doing music for, at least hopefully, for the ODST short live action film thing, he was. I'm
The
pretty
Fallout
sure,
show.
No, I'm pretty sure he was approached by like Bethesda or something like that to do some live action Starfield thing. I don't know if that's exactly what's going on, but I think it is. Apparently, Gareth Edwards gave him advice on some stuff recently.
the
Whoa.
frick?
Which
Cool.
Gareth Edwards directed Rogue One and The Creator, which is coming out this month. Which I'm
Well,
so
no
definitely gonna go
spoilers
see.
for Rogue
So
One.
cool.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god!
Oh no.
Okay, so there's this girl that she was getting
Whoa,
hunted down
whoa,
by
whoa.
clones. Or,
Whoa,
Clones!
wait a minute.
I was
Whoa,
thinking of
You're
clones.
fired.
Bro,
Can't-
get out of here.
Death
You're not.
Troopers,
You're there.
actually.
You go.
I can't.
I was gonna say
believe
you're not
you
a
said
real Star Wars fan, bro.
clones.
I had
Because-
Death Troopers in my mind,
because
and I
they-
said the word clones for some
Because
reason.
they weren't clones at that point. They were all all regular people at that point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we know that now because of Bad Batch.
I don't know if they were people or not because the way they sounded was really, really.
Well, the Death Troopers.
Their voices were scrambled. Bro, Zanny talked about it.
How do they
and-
talk to each other then?
It's because
Through the
their
scrambled-
helmets. It scrambles what they're saying and then unscrambles it to the other Death Troopers.
Yeah.
So,
So if one of the Death Troopers scrambling things is broken,
he just can't. He just can't.
does not.
They're
Just
like,
can't speak.
and he's like, I don't know what you're saying. Take the
What?
helmet
What
off.
are you saying, bro?
But yeah, that's. I don't know if the Death Troopers were just created for the Empire or if like it was like a thing where like they were originally like commandos and they turned to Death Troopers or something. I don't know.
That would be cool.
I don't know what the lore behind
That'd be
Death
something.
Troopers are. I haven't looked into it enough.
You know what I
But-
just thought about?
Death Troopers.
Taxes.
No, like how like almost all of the human like Jedis in Star Wars are British except for Luke
Anakin.
and Anakin.
Yeah.
Well,
Mace
so
Windu.
of the Skywalker. Okay, yeah, Mace Windu.
Yeah, that's one.
Okay, but like
Kit
Plo
Fisto.
Koon.
okay, but he's
No,
not
the
human.
ones.
Oh, the human ones. Oh, that's
Oh,
true. That's true.
oh,
That's true.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he is. Count Dooku.
He's
No,
He's not
No,
British.
Christopher Lee. He's British.
he is British.
Oh, well,
British.
I'm talking about mostly.
Well,
I'm
he
thinking of
he has
Clone
an
Wars.
English accent.
And
I don't know
in the,
where.
in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's what I'm
associate
saying.
every
English accent.
accent from
They're British.
England is just British.
Oh yeah. That's-
so who's everyone's favorite Jedi? Or
General
Ooh.
Ram Koda is also a human, and he does not have a British accent.
Bro, okay.
Same person.
Okay.
Well,
Star Killer.
I stand corrected.
Sifo Dyas.
It was
Sifo
Sifo Dyas.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was human too. Actually, so yes. you're not
Yes,
wrong.
Sifo Dyas was human.
We never really saw him except for like one time in Clone Wars, but like,
Yeah, and that was cool.
and he was
yeah.
a human.
And he wasn't even really Sifo Dyas because, I mean, it was the Yoda stuff.
On the topic of Star Wars, anyone who hasn't been watching Ahsoka, we need to get on that.
What? No,
on
you need
that,
to get
yeah.
on watching Clone Wars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
I
watch
do,
all
yeah.
7 seasons of Clone Wars and then all 3 or 4 seasons of Rebels, and then
I would
Then
say
you can watch
say
Ahsoka.
Clone Wars.
We
well,
have
there's
to-
stuff. It's literally Rebels season 4.
I know.
There's other
Ahsoka.
things. We're in the middle of watching something that we have to finish that first.
What, Ahsoka?
New Girl.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Who's that girl?
It's just
Out of the TV shows I'm watching right now, I still haven't finished Peaky Blinders.
I
Like,
haven't either.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the last
My name
season.
is
I got like
J.
halfway
Roland
through.
Oppenheimer.
no
He
fighting.
does such a good
no
job.
He
fighting.
does. He does
Dude,
great. That show
Oppenheimer.
is amazing.
I love
Oppenheimer was a
it.
good
Oppenheimer.
film.
Oh, Witcher as well. Witcher season 3's out now.
Witcher.
Yeah,
I've not watched any of that.
It's so good.
I've heard that it's pretty mid
Yeah.
I've heard that it focuses a lot on the
on
wrong
Siri.
things.
Oh, it should focus on Siri. I think what they should do since Henry Cavill is leaving is not recast him, especially not with Liam Hemsworth, and they should just focus on Siri because I'm pretty sure that's what they do in the games anyways. They shift focus a little bit more to Siri.
I don't know. I haven't played any of them. Haven't seen any of the show.
I
haven't
think
either.
that it should focus on Siri and then like she take over. I think that's what it should be.
Hmm.
Because I mean, if it's not Henry Cavill playing Witcher, I'd rather not have anyone play Witcher.
Yeah, true.
Same for Superman. Like he did such a good job with Superman. It's like I just am completely closed off to the idea of a new
I
Superman.
thought he did a good job portraying what he was given. I thought the writing for the Superman in all the movies was kind of dumb because he's way. I wanted him to have an arc where he got to the hopeful Superman.
And he was about to.
He
could
was
see
about
that.
to,
You could
but,
see
like-
that a little bit in Snyder Cut, and then like, you know what? No
Yeah.
more Snyder.
Yeah, he was about to, but all the stuff we got was really
So
just
sad.
like internal struggle, depressed Superman.
And then we got
frustrated
the Flash movie.
yeah, and then the
You
Flash.
know, you know who made a great Superman?
Idris Elba.
Nick Cage.
Oh,
Yeah. And so now
Very-
James Gunn coming in and having David Cornsweet being Superman.
Corn Sweat.
Yeah, that's his name.
That's
Corn.
goofy, and it makes
Um,
sense because Kansas.
Yeah.
Corn Sweat.
Gunn was talking about how up front he knew what his character was supposed to be like. Well, by the end of the movie, he was talking about having his character go through an arc where he becomes the hopeful, sign of hope for Metropolis and stuff like that. But he's just going through an emotional journey and
But
character
Zach,
arc to
don't
get
you
there.
know that the S on his shirt or his suit means hope? So
Yeah.
he's always been hopeful.
And it's
No, his
The one is
family
like a
was
river.
always hopeful. That doesn't mean he
Hey,
was.
it was his writing was a lot better, even in Batman v Superman, than the original Superman movie, where Lois is like, "What color underwear am I wearing?" And he's like, "Oh, I can't see." There's lead in between us.
"Oh, guys, I just went blind."
Like,
God,
that's
whoa,
such a
guys.
God. That's awful.
Wait,
Is that flower paint lead?
wait. Could Superman go blind?
yes.
Could that work?
No,
I don't know.
Because
I
he has
don't think
X-ray
so.
vision, and most people that go blind have like
X-ray vision?
cataracts
Oh,
Daredevil.
over their retinas.
Maybe like if he
So
like
would he just see through the cataracts?
maybe if he like looked in a mirror and used his laser eyes and then shot himself in the eyes.
he
Like he's done that to get like something out kryptonite out of his brain.
Yeah.
No,
right?
he's done that to shave.
Yeah, I was
Oh, that
just
too.
about to bring that up with Superman animated
Well, but like
series.
if he did it to his
much
eyes, maybe.
I don't know.
But if his
Give
eyes
himself
are
a
also
lobotomy.
like Man of Steel, you know.
Well, no, because the laser would
laser
like-
cuts through steel.
you know how
Come on,
lasers, whenever
Tommy.
they hit in
Yeah,
the middle,
have you
that they
watched
stop each
Hackman?
other.
Oh,
So
I-
if you're shooting a laser, it would just stop itself because it would just bounce back right where the place was.
that makes sense. I also don't know anything about lasers
Yeah.
outside
Do
of
you know what laser stands for?
laser.
Laser is an acronym.
What does it
Light-
stand for, Shane?
Augmented
Bro, okay.
I just forgot. Dang.
Zion.
No, it's an
Energy.
Zion.
Bro, laser is
Reducer.
spelled
Wait
with
a
an
minute.
S.
Light
Oh,
amplified.
Well, everybody like writes it with a
Laser.
Z.
Bro said laser.
Well, everybody writes it with like a Z a lot of the time for some reason.
I've played Wolfenstein. I know how lasers work.
Is it spelled differently in America?
okay. Light
No idea.
light
'Cause some words are like
amplification by stimulated emission of radiation.
Yeah, no, it's just spelled
That's
with
what
an S.
laser stands for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Why did not just call it a laser? Just because it
Because
sounds
it
Well, it's
sounds
called laser.
cool.
like
No,
if it was a
laser.
different acronym and it was called a Klumdorf, like
Klondor.
It'd be labs
A Klondike.
Labsior.
Labs.
Labsior.
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 Oh no, not the
That's cool.
Labsior gun.
Guys,
Labsior.
he's got a Labsior rifle.
That sounds like a Fallout gun.
He's got
does.
Labsior eyes.
Labsior
Fallout
eyes.
New Vegas 2 will have it. It'll have it in the DLC.
I'm
gonna be a
more
2?
excited for Fallout 5.
I'm more excited for New Vegas 2, which
'Cause
is not going to happen.
I
but
wasn't a big
We're
fan.
talking about these games like they're going to
Like
come
they're-
in
like
the next
they're gonna-
10 years.
yeah.
next 10 years. All right, so let's not even talk
Didn't
about Elder Scrolls
Starfield
6.
take like 25 to come out?
I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they were fully producing it for 25 years. That probably meant that they were working on it like with 4 people for like 5 of those
For-
years.
yeah.
And then they pushed it after the last Bethesda game was trash. And then
What was the last Bethesda game?
It was. I think it was
so?
76 was the last.
That's right,
mainstream
yep.
One
After
like
76.
the big one, minus them plastering their name on another studio's
I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
it's fine.
game.
I'm
But
sure that's
guys,
for the game.
Skyrim,
Skyrim was really good.
Uh,
Fallout 4 was really good.
Elder Scrolls 6, not Skyrim. Elder Scrolls 6, Fallout 5. Man, I'd love to play both of those games.
Yeah.
in 15 years.
2042.
I'll be
Yeah.
dead.
Well, by the time both of those games are out, it's probably going to be like 15
We'll be
years.
married and have kids, full-time
Wait,
jobs.
you guys will be married?
I'm not
Well,
going to be.
marriage?
Okay.
I'll try.
I'll be
talking
married
about?
to my MIDI controller.
I was saying it's gonna be a really long. Oh, that's kind of weird. I was saying it's
No,
gonna
it's
be,
not. I
gonna
missed
be a
the
really long
music. It's
time.
okay.
I missed
Wait,
the
he's gonna pull a her and
Yeah, I'm going to pull
Have
a
a
her,
sentient
which Connor
MIDI
has not
keyboard.
seen.
really.
How have you not seen her?
I've also not seen her, but I
You
just know the
haven't?
plot.
I
Like,
know what we're doing
It's
tonight
amazing.
after this
Oh,
podcast.
so good.
It's such a good. It has some of the best. I mean, it just
I'm
like
I'm eating after this podcast.
well, I
I
mean,
am too.
yeah, but like,
Bro, Taco
have to
Bell
enjoy
run,
this.
bros?
Oh my
Taco
God.
I
Bell
was just
run,
saying the
bro?
Going to the
cafeteria.
I
Bell.
was thinking
Oh.
of going to get some off campus, which sounded pretty cool.
we're making plans to go to Taco Bell after this podcast. We're,
Yeah.
we're so broke.
done.
I'm so glad we didn't
We're
eat
outta
before
here.
the podcast.
Actually, can we go to Whataburger instead?
We would all be sitting here like we'd be making a fart orchestra right now.
Oh yeah. I would
Me
love
and
that.
Zach could be finishing our
Oh
song.
my gosh! I actually have something to tell you, Shane, because I've showed
Yeah?
Zach this. I'm pretty sure. So,
Fart
me and Josh, our friend Josh, who was offered to come on the podcast today, but said, "Nah."
That's
He,
gross.
he has
Yeah.
other
other priorities
Come
like
on,
playing
Zach,
Deep
come
Rock
on.
Galactic, which is
which
I
is a
guarantee
good
you-
priority. That's a hey, honestly, that's a good excuse though.
But anyways,
that's a good
we
game.
were hanging out yesterday, and we went to KFC because I haven't had KFC in over 6 months. I'm like, I like KFC. Let's
you
go
get
eat
the fill-up?
KFC. I don't want to drive all the way to Popeyes right now, which it's
Yeah.
not that bad, but like, you know. And so we went to KFC, right? And there's a $20 fill-up box there right now.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what all comes in it, but there's, $20 worth
It'll
of
fill
food.
you up. That's for sure.
And this, Shane, is a picture of the box. It's a pizza
Whoa.
box. It is literally a pizza box.
That is a pizza box.
And then
That's
the
amazing.
presentation kind of really sucks with the inside.
Oh, no.
Like, it looks bad, but like that's the inside.
I mean, that's better than I was expecting. Like,
It's pretty
I mean,
wild.
it's sectioned off.
There's
nice.
there are 4 biscuits
Yeah.
and 4 pieces of chicken,
Did
fries, and 4 sauces.
Did it fill you up?
No, it didn't fill me up. It sent me to the bathroom
Carson.
for at least
Hey,
20
Carson.
minutes.
Hey Carson, there are
That sounds
some
about
places
right.
that don't even have KFC or food. So, so maybe you could be a little more grateful with the food that
I'm
you
not
got.
grateful. I was in the bathroom for 20 minutes. That
Bro.
messed me up. I was in pain.
You know, some people would love to be in a bathroom.
Honestly, hey, people that don't have people in other countries that like don't have KFC, I don't think they're complaining.
no,
That's very
they're
true.
not.
That's very true.
Like their food is definitely probably
It's real.
for sure
It's
more
real.
helpful or healthy, not helpful. It is. That KFC we went to, it was not. She
Me and
sounded so
Josh,
upset at me for no reason.
We went to that thing at the church that they had
the
like
food
the
from other countries.
from like 13 different countries, and that was some of the best food I've ever eaten.
I was actually thinking about that today. Like we were walking around Sam's, and I'm just sitting there like looking around at all this American food. I'm like, God, we're awful.
Yeah, dude,
And I'm like,
American food
and I was
sucks.
like, and I was thinking, I was actually thinking this today. I don't know why, but I'm like, I kind of want to like go to another country and just live there, even if there's not like a bazillion
Honestly,
fast
that'd be
food
cool.
restaurants.
That would be awesome.
I'll probably be so much
Yeah.
more happy with
Yeah.
their food.
Honestly,
Hey,
yeah.
speaking of tax, you would still have to pay citizenship tax,
That's funny.
even if you lived in another country.
See, I always wanted to.
I want to go back to Canada. love
Yeah,
Canada.
I wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to Italy and see,
Yeah, you missed the espresso that me and Josh had from the Italy table.
like, because a lot of for me, well, this is just for me, just
All
what
right.
I've always wanted
Me
to
and
do.
Zach will no longer be friends. He'll come
Zach,
back and
you're
like,
voted
all
off the island.
Because a lot of
Carson,
people say
you're
that France or Germany or like all these places has a lot of culture and a lot of great places to go. But I feel like
Germany has a lot of
Italy is
culture.
so cool. It has so like Pompeii, Vienna, Rome. Like that's the 3 that come to mind right off the top. But there's like
That's
6,
I was thinking
yeah,
Sicily.
Sicily
That's
as well.
where,
There's like
Katrina is.
6 or 7 different like places you can go that are all completely different and have their own culture to
Guys,
it.
I still have a female friend over there who said she'll give me a tour of Italy if I ever go there.
Dude, that's sick.
You can go to the East Coast and people will hate you. You can go to the West Coast and people will hate you,
Yeah.
but they love you. And you will go to the North and there's no one there. And
Yeah.
you go to the South and everyone has guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it's really
Texas.
cool
Texas. I am
culturally
from
as
Texas.
like the
Tejas.
food, the atmosphere, the architecture, the environment, just the way it feels whenever you're walking around.
Well,
these,
it's
like,
also
1,000-year-old buildings.
Yeah, it's
and stuff.
older than
Yeah.
us. We're like 300
There's so much
years old.
history,
Yeah.
and like all the things revolving around Greek history and Roman history, not Greek.
I was about to say I got bad
Greek
news for
is
you.
in
They're too
Italy.
I was
easy.
thinking of Roman and
yeah,
Greek. I was thinking of Roman and Greek gods,
Yeah,
and
the
that's why I
mythology.
said Greek instead of Roman. That's
Greeky.
my bad.
They're very similar.
Yeah, but
Hey,
like
Zach.
Roman history and Roman like statues over the Roman gods and stuff like that. It's really cool. I always wanted to go there.
Hey Zach,
What?
did you know that French fries weren't made in France?
They're made in Belgium.
They were made in Greece.
Bro, okay, they're
Did
not.
you know that
No,
the
they were made
original
in Belgium.
hamburger
I
was made in
thought.
Hamburg?
Well,
And I've been told that they've been made in Egypt before.
well, no. The only reason that French fries are called that is just because of the way that you fry the fries.
You
It's
French. Yeah.
French way of frying it, or at least that's what I've been told.
Some place that I'd like to visit, if it could get its act together,
pretty cool.
is Russia. I'd like to visit Russia. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, but
Because I love like northern stuff,
Yeah.
and like I wouldn't go to like the north part or the eastern part of Russia, mainly the European side.
I always was really interested in going to either like Sweden or Norway or like
Oh,
I
I've
wanna
I've
go-
heard the Scandinavian countries are absolutely beautiful.
I
Yeah.
want to go to Amsterdam
or New Zealand. New Zealand is also really cool looking.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings,
Lord
yeah.
of the Rings, yeah.
But like
you could walk the path of Mordor.
You
you could.
One does not simply
is a-
walk to Mordor.
And like with the total population of 10 in New Zealand, I'm sorry.
You ever notice how in the Hobbit movie, the first one, You know how at the end of that movie they are riding, I don't remember, the animals. They were riding them.
Oh, those big birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how they were
Babes.
riding them and then they got dropped off and they could see Erebor from a distance and then that was in the first movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That always made me upset.
Why?
The birds could have just carried them to Erebor.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Yeah.
they had to have a plot. So
You
they
wanna know
couldn't
something?
just-
That's
So
gonna be a
maybe
plot.
not have the birds do that because it's just
I'm
like
sure
they
there's an
can control the
explanation.
birds.
See, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure what happened.
Radigas.
What happened was,
But he wasn't there.
He
the
wasn't
birds
there.
were tired. They
No, no,
couldn't
no.
carry them to
Yeah, bro.
Erebor.
Okay,
See-
those dwarves are kind of fat, bro. Like, if you play Deep Rock, you know they move pretty slow.
I'm pretty sure
Not if you're Scout.
I've never
Nah,
read
that's
the
true.
book, The Hobbit. I've never read it before.
That's not surprising.
I'm pretty sure,
tried, but it's just
or it would make logical
Yeah.
sense that in the book the birds did take them all the way to Erebor, but they made it in the movie to where they dropped the dwarves off so that way they could make a second one.
Right.
Yeah, it's
So there
because
was more
the
time.
Hobbit was a
Yeah.
lot shorter of a book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
because
literally
it was
one
one book.
It was one book.
It's just one.
And
Have
like
y'all-
they had to make 3 movies over one book.
Yeah.
When Lord of the Rings was 1 movie per book.
Because they did a good job with the Hobbit movies, I would say. I mean,
I really enjoyed them.
there's definitely issues, but like that's just the biggest thing with those movies. Probably is the fact that I just found that so stupid. Just like, oh, the birds dropped them off. I see Erebor. Why don't we just ride the birds to Erebor? And then the movie ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's goofy.
I really enjoyed the Hobbit movies. I thought they were really
I like
good.
this. I don't know. The first and the second one are pretty good. They're pretty
Yeah.
tied for
The
me.
third one's
Desolation of
really good too.
Smaug.
I like the third one.
Smaug.
Yeah, bro. Benedict Cumberbatch,
Benedict
Doctor
Cumberbatch.
Strange.
He did great.
He plays the
He
dragon.
was a great.
He does,
director.
and he does
all
the,
live
the
action.
mocap.
He does.
For that.
Mocap is
Yes.
so real.
I thought you were
and
trying
he
to
did
make
like
a joke. With
I think it was like
mocap.
performance capture, where
No
like they
cap.
got a camera on the face and the little dots.
They did.
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was pretty good. I wish that there was. I wish that the TV show didn't suck.
There was
For
a TV show.
it wasn't for Hobbit. It was for what is it? Rings of
Rings
Power.
of Power.
Rings
yeah,
of
Lord
Power.
the Rings, yeah.
I wish that the TV show
The
was better.
intro was cool.
The intro is
intro-
cool and the music
yeah.
is good.
That was shot like for real. Did you
Mhm.
know that?
I'm pretty sure the music was Bear McCreary who did like Godzilla and He-Man Revelations and
Bear McCreary?
yeah.
God of
He
War.
did,
McGregor?
God of War, yeah.
He did
Rings of Power.
Rings of Power.
The thing
Rings
with
of Power.
Wow. That still doesn't make me want to watch it though. I'll listen to
Yeah.
music. I don't want to watch it.
I don't have time to watch shows by myself, especially.
Yeah. Okay, so I actually found the answer for the bird thing.
Oh.
And this is from the books, is what it was saying.
Okay.
It's a Reddit post, so
Oh,
take
so
it with a
take it
grain
with
of
a
salt.
salt.
So we
But-
can trust it.
It said, real answer from the books. Firstly, the eagles didn't want to fly over Mirkwood due to the darkness they felt growing in those woods. Second, the eagles were disliked by the men of Dale and Laketown because they ate sheep and other livestock, and so the bowmen tried to shoot them down whenever possible. In fact, Gwaihir's friendship with Gandalf stems from such an event where Gandalf helped heal an arrow wound in
that's sweet.
Gwaihir. Wow.
Yeah. So that's
So the
your
first one
explanation,
doesn't.
Carson.
I
The
don't
first
buy
one
it.
doesn't make much sense, but the second one actually makes a little bit of sense.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing with the lake town and them shooting down birds makes a little sense.
Yeah.
Why they wouldn't want to fly all the
They're
way there.
protecting their.
They had Gandalf at this point still, yes.
No, not a.
I'm pretty
that
sure
point?
at the end of the first movie Gandalf was still with them.
Was it?
Maybe.
He has magic.
He was. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
He
because
has
they
protective
he
shield.
lit
He
the
has
he lit the
magic.
pine cones on fire for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they could throw them down.
He has magic.
And then he said,
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched The Hobbit enough to care.
It's
Because I have
I watched it recently.
like
I watched it
have
over the
watched
summer.
Lord of the Rings so many times and the extended versions of all the movies.
I'm not doing that.
I love Lord
You
of the
don't
Rings.
have 12
It's really
hours to
awesome.
Lord of the Rings is really good.
It's
No.
real. The extended cut of all the movies. It makes the movie so much better. It's so.
I've
good.
only ever seen the extended cut of Fellowship of the Ring.
All right, let's watch him right now.
Yeah.
On the
Like-
podcast,
like,
live
there's
reaction.
On
so
that
much-
on the big TV.
There's a whole
Yeah.
thing with Boromir and talking about Boromir's relationship with like the town he was in charge of or something, or like there's a whole arc with Boromir and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And in the first one, it opens up the relationship a lot more with Boromir to where
Who's
you actually-
Boromir? I don't remember.
one does not simply travel to Mordor. That means-
He's the one.
that
He's the one. He died at the end of the
He's
first
the
one.
one
right?
that he's played by Sean Bean. Or
Sean something.
Yeah,
He's the one that got
Sean
shot
Bean.
with like
Yeah.
3 arrows.
Because I remember I said
the
Sean Bond.
the one who's in
Sean
every
Bond.
single medieval show ever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
He's
he's
done
the
a
one
good
that's
look
like
for it.
one does not
Yeah.
simply. He was the one that tried to steal the ring from
Yeah.
Frodo.
yeah.
Oh.
He's
He
the
was
one that
he was
died.
the idiot.
Yeah.
Yes.
But in the extended cut, it shows a lot more with Boromir to where you actually like him more, and I really love that.
Yeah.
Like it shows him bonding with the hobbits and stuff like that, and with talking to Aragorn about things. It's really great.
My favorite scene in the Fellowship of the Ring is whenever they're leaving the elves,
Mm-hmm.
and they Legolas eats that bread, and he's like, "Can one bite is enough to fill the stomach of a grown man?" And then there's Pippin and what's the other one's name?
And Mary.
Pippin and Merry and Pippin, and they're talking. He's like, "How many did you eat?" He said, "I had 4."
Yeah.
It was really funny.
What about second breakfast?
Second place.
Oh, that,
Afternoon tea.
oh, hold on. There's actually a game that I want. That's Lord of the Rings. That I
Star Wars
actually-
Outlaws?
Gollum?
Not Gollum. I'll tell you that much.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, I
Oh.
watched someone play that game, and I'm
It's-
so amazed by how that got greenlit. With
I don't know.
especially it being tied to Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
which Lord of the Rings doesn't give their IP to many games
No.
nowadays.
I guess there just wasn't any quality control there.
Yes.
I think Kev DeWitt did a video over it, and that was pretty funny. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's-
Lord
he's
of the.
really
Okay, so yeah, there's a game called Lord of the Rings Conquest that I want.
That's
Remember
right.
that
I do
one?
remember
Gollum.
Lord of
Oh.
the Rings.
It looks
Oh,
cool.
that's the
That's the
like
one. It's
that's like the battle.
it was developed by
Pan.
Pandemic, who did the original 2
Oh,
Battlefront games.
okay.
And it's just Battlefront Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
That's
That
kinda
sounds
cool.
that sounds kind of
It
fire.
looks cool.
from 2009.
It's
Yeah.
chivalry, but with Lord of the
2009.
Rings.
That's
Yeah.
actually that's pretty cool.
I want it. I
I want
actually
it now.
I want to know.
Give it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to find a way to find it. Because-
Carson, you don't have any money though.
Do it.
why would I not have money? Because
He's
I'm in
Carson
music.
Yeah.
He is the
Well,
Carson
funnily
Music.
enough, everything has been picking up, so I actually have some money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have like $1 bajillion.
I have 2 monies.
He has a whole $2.
I have 2 units of money.
Dose.
I do. I actually have a 20 in Canadian that's ripe for the spending.
Oh yeah. Well, you want to know what I have? I have 500 Dominican pesos in my wallet. Right now.
Yo, really? Can I see?
Yeah.
The problem
Sick.
is I don't know if it's strictly an online game or if there's offline features. 'Cause
It's offline.
It's offline.
There's offline.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Pandemic always says offline stuff.
I was just making sure because
Pandemic.
there's
That was before strictly online games.
yeah.
Yeah, that's whenever games used to be cool.
Ooh, look at that.
What the heck? You actually
500
do?
Dominican pesos.
You
bro.
actually
Audio
do have
listeners,
500
love
Dominican
you to death.
pesos.
Yeah.
He just
What
brought out
the
a lot
heck?
of fun.
He always
money.
has it in his wallet,
That's
and he looks at me whenever we're at like fast food restaurants, and he goes, "Hey Zach, do you think they take Dominican pesos?" And I'm like, "No."
It never fails.
of course
It's so
not.
It's
funny.
like a 20
I did it at
Canadian.
Walmart whenever I was buying. Last time we went to Walmart, I'm pretty sure I did it.
I'm
I
like,
was
if
"You
the
think they
place doesn't take
pesos?"
$100 bills in American currency, they don't take
Yeah.
$100 bills in Dominican currency.
Okay, my 500 Dominican pesos are worth like $9.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how much this 20 is worth. I want to say that it's a little less than 20 because I think
I think Canadian is a.
I think it's a little less.
I think it's a little less.
20 Canadian dollars.
20 in Canadian
Hold
I think
on,
is a little
let's
less.
Google this real
I want to
quick.
go back to Canada so badly
Canadian-
because I was there.
When did
so,
you go to Canada?
So I've been to
Canadian
Canada for.
It's
I-
$14.79.
Okay.
okay.
So
So yeah, I've
What's the
been
math
to
on
Canada. I went to Canada 2 years in a row.
The math on that?
The
yeah,
math
It's
on that?
like
60%.
it's $20 and then
Yeah.
it went down to 14 or
14.
15.
Mhm.
I'd say that's like around 80%.
I don't know. I'm not really a math guy.
No,
That'd be like 75.
It's
That'd be like
75.
75.
It's like
It's
Puss in
like
Boots.
75.
So I think 75%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Canada. I've been to Canada 2 years in a row. On
Why are you
mission
so
trips.
mean then?
Why am
Yeah.
I so mean?
Yeah.
Because
He did not keep
Because-
up with the
because I
times of the
learned from
people.
their mistakes.
They're too nice.
I learned from their mistakes.
A.
A.
Carson, you're
A.
not Canadian.
You're right.
Not even close.
I'm part Canadian, part American,
True blue.
I
Oklahoma.
thought you were American.
part musician.
I don't
He's
know,
all
Carson. You
musician.
don't make music. You make art.
Yeah.
No.
let's be
not,
honest here.
Not this again.
Let's be honest. You make
Yeah.
art, not
It'd be
music.
I should introduce myself like, hey, I'm Carson Music. They're
I'm
like,
an
oh, cool, you
artist.
make music? And then I'm just going to put my hand up like this. I'm going to be like, no. I make art.
No, imagine how passive aggressive you could be with that. Be like, so what type of music do you make?
Art.
Well, my art is
My art.
My art is a soundtrack
Horror
music
game.
for video games.
Oh, that sounds like it'd be really cool.
Especially
Yeah,
horror
it's
video
more of an
games.
experience than just like listening to it. You gotta really like.
It really
feel
makes
it.
you feel something.
cannot-
It's like Taylor
You cannot
Swift.
listen to it with. You cannot listen to it with earbuds. You have to listen to it through surround sound speakers with bass boosters.
Or
All
vinyl.
I not to that extent. Not to that extent.
But he did not deny it.
Not to that extent, but part of me does believe that. Not just for my music though, for a lot of music, I believe that. Like,
that's
has
true.
to be
That is
surround.
true.
like
That's the purest form.
I specifically purest form. I specifically make sure that I mix and master songs. Like I do it in here and I do it in the B studio, but especially like over summer and stuff when I don't have it, I will always do it on Apple earbuds because they're not too different from AirPods. It's basically the same stuff, only wireless. And it's a little bit better, but not by a whole lot. So I always mix and master on earbuds because that's most people use Apple. I mean, unless you use stuff like Skull Candy, like
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah, that's pretty smart though.
I'm
But,
probably
like,
going to.
That's why I always mix and master
'Cause
my
I'm-
music.
Um,
Like anytime that I make a
I don't
song
get
in
it.
here,
well, I was gonna get into it, but that would be.
Unless you
okay.
use the
I'm
Raycon
getting
every day,
into it,
each
Zach.
25
Let me
earbuds.
no,
talk
this
about
is
myself.
completely unrelated. So just keep going.
yeah. But yeah, so I will always, even if I do stuff in here, I'll do it in here. But even if it sounds great in here, I will not release it or greenlight it unless I listen to it on AirPods and I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Because I want it to sound good on everything. Because I know that
Yeah.
people can't always have nicer speakers or play it like No Son of Mine. I knew not everyone was going to get to play it immediately and experience it in a setting of gaming. So it's like I
Yeah.
made sure that it sounded good for speakers and with subwoofer, without subwoofer, and also with headphones and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's something I think that's something a lot of composers should start doing if they don't already, because I think because the thing is, for games and movies and stuff, like there's a lot of separate mixes, which I'm not to that point yet because that's a lot of work. But like there's like for Atomic Heart, for example, without saying
Atomic Hearts.
yeah, without saying how I know this, I know that or have heard, well, not even that. Anyways, yeah, so like there's game mixes and there's soundtrack mixes. The game mix is different from the actual soundtrack. So what you hear in the game is not the same from the soundtrack release most times.
Yeah.
Because with the game soundtrack, there's the sound effects and booms from explosions and stuff, and so there's normally a lot more mixing with higher stuff and bringing out higher stuff with transients. So they're always different mixes, but like it's never to the point of like for the soundtrack release they'll sit there and be like, this sounds good on speakers. I'm gonna listen on headphones and make sure they sound good there too.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's super common.
Yeah.
Especially for like Apple stuff, which is again what most people use. So I always do that.
I'll probably
think it's smart.
someday start using Skull Candy or like Bois or something like that.
Yeah, Skull
Shane
Candy
uses-
sound great.
Because
Shane uses Skull.
mainly because I'm actually
Don't use
thinking.
Beats. Don't use Beats.
No. I'm
Beats
actually
are not
thinking
great.
of getting a new phone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I'm
the
actually
Android.
thinking of getting like a Samsung phone.
Does that mean I get your AirPods?
No.
Dang it.
He's gonna sell them.
See, I'm handing my phone. Hopefully, fingers crossed. If I figure out everything, I would hand down my phone to my little brother, and then
Oh, thanks, Zach.
then see who'd want my
That's sweet.
AirPods.
You're older than him, bro. I'm the only one here that's younger than him.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
true.
I'm his younger brother. Figured that out.
Yeah, he's
Even
older than me, but my younger brother.
Right.
Even though
Okay.
I'm 22 on
But,
Tuesday.
Why switch
Wait
to
a second,
Samsung?
guys. I am 22 on Tuesday. There's a lot of twos.
Oh
going on.
yeah, your birthday.
Two,
is
two,
in a couple-
two, 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 two.
Wait, your
two.
birthday's the
Lots of twos.
19th.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same as my stepdad's.
Oh wow.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
So
So you're a stepdad.
I am your
Bro, you're my
stepdad.
stepdad.
I wanted to wait until we had a public
Until
audience
we
of
had
like
it.
30
Wow.
people.
This is why you're on the podcast.
We are the
I-
30 people. What do you mean?
I am the
Guys.
music boys.
he came back with the milk.
He came back. I got the milk.
Well, actually, sorry to disappoint you. I don't have the milk. I have Apple earbuds and a phone.
It took me so long because they don't make lactose-free milk.
Yeah, it's expired by this point. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It took
And it's
too
like,
long.
but
no.
there's oat milk and all these
Oat
things.
milk,
And he
there's
goes, oh,
pea milk.
well,
There's So many.
I'll be
factors
back.
on it.
I'll be back. I guess it'll be another 21, almost 22 years.
22.
And so
I'm 19.
I saw this really cool.
Yeah,
phone.
but I'm not.
I saw this really cool phone, a Samsung phone. That's a flip phone. That's a Z Flip 5, right?
No. Fancy.
That's what it's called.
That's a funny name. The
It is.
Flip
It is a really funny
Z
name, but I
Flip.
looked into it a lot, and it's honestly really cool phone. It's very like, it's very futuristic looking phone.
Yeah, but then like whenever
the-
I text you, it's gonna come up green, and that's gonna be weird.
Yeah, but
The
like
Z Flip
my thing now
5
is
coming to
I
you from
kind of
Gen
want to
Z.
get a phone that I want
Yeah.
to use, opposed to having to have a phone like getting a phone that I have to use. Because everybody has an Apple phone, everybody has Apple products, everybody has conveniency of Apple things. But there's so much customization and stuff on Samsung phones that's like miles ahead of Apple stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's so much customization and optimization, and the phone that I looked at is a lot better than the one I have in terms of specs, battery life, and all the things that are important. Camera quality, all that.
The real
It flips
question
in-
is, does it have a headphone jack?
It doesn't actually.
Mine
Which is
It
It has
far more
US
advanced my butt.
See,
it
I
has
Apple doesn't
USB
have
Type
mine.
C, which is nice, and so I don't have to
Doesn't.
walk around with this
Yeah, Carson, we have old
plug-in.
phones.
I'm like, I
Old
want to get a
phone good.
phone with a USB Type C, so that way it's easier to connect to other devices. But I don't want to get a iPhone 15 because it's the same as my iPhone 12 minus like a few things that make it different, and it's like twice as much as my phone now. And Samsung stuff is a lot more optimized with like. Apple is very restrictive with MacBooks and iPhones with like what things you can use on it. But Android phones are a lot more accessible with like other Android phones. Apple products only work with Apple products. And then they're only meant to work with that, like with ecosystem atmosphere and stuff like that. But Samsung and Pixels, there's not a lot of like setback between those two phones working well together. Like communication, sharing things, stuff like that. And for me, the amount of customization and optimization and all the things that a Samsung phone has and how good they work, and the conveniency of having a phone that I can flip in half and it can fit in my pocket, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And iPhone 15s are it's retail price for a slightly updated phone that just has a different phone jack. And I can get one for like $500 cheaper with the flip phone.
I actually want to
That
downgrade.
is a lot.
You want to downgrade?
Downgrade?
I want to
Even
go. I want to go back to the 6.
Yeah, don't
The
you have a
6?
7?
I have a 7. I want a
Oh my
6.
gosh.
The 7 is whenever they started
I'm like, you
taking
can
away
watch
microphone.
YouTube videos
Oh,
on the
really?
front
Yeah.
cover
Headphone
whenever
jack?
it's closed.
Dang.
The
You
6
can
has
answer
the jack.
messages and look at the time.
Because like
and
Samsung,
look
they,
at, like,
the
the weather and
S10e
stuff like
has
that.
a headphone jack.
It's
Yeah.
like,
7
again,
is
me
whenever they
saying
switched.
Dang.
I want to
That's
have a
crazy.
phone that I like using,
Dongle.
opposed to having a phone because it's
It's dongle
convenient
mode
for
now.
everybody else.
We're in the dongle era, Carson.
I don't want
enjoy.
you have to adapt.
I enjoy iPhone.
Yeah, I enjoy
Like
it too.
I
Adapt.
I don't want to say there's anything wrong with Samsung necessarily. I think that like by this point, if I tried to switch, I've been using it like ever since I got my first phone. And so at this point, if I
When
switch,
did
it
you
would
get
just
your
be
first
weird.
phone?
I got mine in 5th grade.
That's ridiculous.
be
When did you
weird.
get yours, Shane?
6th grade?
When did you get yours?
7th?
I'd say 7th grade.
You guys want to know when I got mine?
When did you get it?
It was like mid to
Last
late,
year.
mid to late freshman year of high school.
See, but now,
Wow.
but we think about that. We act like it's kind of crazy, but you have to think about it. Now kids are getting phones like
When they're 4.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
before they even go to school.
That's
which
why
is
everyone
crazy.
is just so desensitized now.
Yeah.
It's because of that.
But like, yeah, what I was saying is, I don't want to say necessarily that there's anything wrong with Samsung. I just think that at this point, I wouldn't be able to make this switch.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like,
Yeah.
this is what I've used my whole life, and this is
Yeah.
what I know.
Well, the good thing is with Samsung phones is that in terms of like the animations are different, but the general concept of how you like close apps, how you
Yeah,
get into
I mean,
apps,
yeah.
it's very similar between
It's
the
a
two.
smartphone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's
pretty
like,
standard.
in terms of using the phone. It's not like a night and day type of switch. It's just slightly different.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And I went through a lot of
That's a game.
research on the phone and seeing how it works and how it operates, and it's honestly really cool. At least the flip phone that I was
Yeah.
looking at.
Oh yeah. So that one, is it the one that like folds out like a book, or is it the new touchscreen flip
It's
phone?
the smaller one.
That's
It's like the
that's like
block
the
one?
old school
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Right.
the
'Cause I know
small.
they
It's
have
the one
two
that they've been
different ones.
advertising like crazy recently.
Yeah.
Where
Okay,
they had
that
the
one.
girls and they're like, if you see it, you
Like,
can't turn
ooh.
back.
Wait, what?
And they have the one like filming the TikTok just like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
You remember?
Okay, that one.
You remember? Was it
Those are
you? It was Mikey. We have a friend Mikey.
See, it has a full screen
Yeah.
display
We
on
do.
the
Just
front
a
of
block.
it whenever
That's
it's
pretty-
closed.
That is cool.
And you can pretty much use
I
any
love
of your
that.
apps with the full screen display.
Yeah, I think you can even use your camera.
Yeah,
That's right.
you can use
Yeah.
your camera, and since it's flipped closed, it is your actual good cameras.
Yeah, that's
Like the
right.
ones
back
here?
Camera. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can see yourself as well, which is
Huh.
honestly really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can have it like at a 90-degree angle and watch YouTube videos without
Yeah.
having a
Doesn't even
stand
need a
or something to
kickstand.
keep your phone up. And you can take pictures and selfies while propping it up and then going over there and you wave your hand and it takes a picture for you. It's
cool.
honestly it's really cool. And I've been really wanting it.
You brought up TikTok ads, and so it reminded
No.
me. We were watching
Oh,
The Prince of
no.
Egypt the other night, and because I'd never seen it, and we have our friend in there. His name's Mikey, and he randomly is just like, guys, have you seen the ad of the girl that just has Velveeta cheese in her fanny pack and just eats it with a spoon? And then we're like, no. And then he shows us it, and it's the most random ad ever. If you haven't seen it, just look up Velveeta cheese
Velveeta cheese.
fanny pack.
Please don't look it up whenever you're in the
The YouTube app.
like within 5 feet of your family.
Yeah.
Because
Oh.
it's very uncomfortable watching.
It is. It's kind of weird. She just like stares straight at the
She's
camera.
staring at you and just
just like
eats
she
Velveeta
has a
cheese.
big spoon in her hand, and she's just got like shells, mac and cheese shells coming out of her fanny pack.
Dude, that's
she just like
awesome.
scoops it. It's like the Little Baby's ice cream commercial.
Yeah.
The old one
What is
where
that?
he's like Little Baby's ice cream, and then he like scoops ice cream off of his face. And then eats
Oh,
it.
yeah, that one is uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfortable. It's like the Velveeta cheese one.
And he's just staring deep into
He
your
just stares.
soul.
Little
And then it
baby's
makes you
ice
want to have
cream.
ice
My
cream.
favorite
It does.
Not.
My
I
favorite
don't know.
ad of all time is Puppy Monkey Baby.
That one was good.
That one-
That was a good one.
That it
That's a
made no
classic.
sense.
I thought
No,
I was losing my
but I love
mind.
The saddest one I've ever seen was the Mr. Peanut dying.
Oh my God.
That one,
That
bro,
one made
the
me
whole
emotional.
Mr.
That was
Peanut
wild.
canon.
Yeah.
Canon, yeah, that's
Didn't he come back?
He
Yeah,
did.
Baby Nut.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he came back as a baby. He reincarnated.
I do. I love
full
that
on
one. That was
reincarnated.
great.
they're trying to say that he's Jesus. I'm
Nut.
kidding.
He's Yeshua.
Oh my gosh, my favorite ad is that one Chef Boyardee one where he like rolls from the grocery store to that one person's house.
I have no
think
clue what you're
I think
talking
I remember
about.
what you're talking
That was like
You-
a Super Bowl commercial for you.
I think
You
I remember
see-
what
you
you're
see-
talking about.
We don't watch the Super Bowl, Shane.
Oh,
You
Like I
see,
watched the one last.
I
year.
watched the Super Bowl.
You
I
see
watched the
Mr.
Super Bowl.
Peanut?
last year. I saw the Tubi commercial that freaked everyone out. I saw that one in
I
real
watched
time.
the Super Bowls for trailers at halftime.
Very true.
Yeah.
I did the same.
That-
What
And
was
by
the deal?
watch-
What was the deal this last year where they just kept showing QR codes?
I don't
I mean,
remember.
Like
that's
people
new
paid
media.
like $15 million
Yeah.
to put a QR code on the screen for
I
15
don't-
seconds.
I don't-
Yep.
It's like Bluetooth show.
Like that
It's
was
more
insane.
streamlined. It's
That
TikTok.
was
It's
insane.
faster dopamine.
It was crazy.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I can just imagine Mr. Peanut like in the crash, like laying on the ground, and then you see him start lifting, like rising up and turning into a baby, and then this music starts playing.
That was me and Shane in Halo the other day with the new
Yeah.
skulls.
Yeah. That new skull you can fly
That's
around.
so
and-
dumb. What is that from?
It's amazing.
That's DuckTales. It's an
DuckTales.
NES game, I think.
That-
Yep, it was on the
That's
moon
right.
level.
That's
it was
right.
it was
yeah.
the moon theme, and it became the most popular sound
It sounds so
From-
much like Nyan Cat. Or I guess Nyan Cat.
Oh, yeah.
Nyan Cat sounds so much
crossover
like
Nyan Cat
between
sounds
Moon
like
Theme
DuckTales.
and Nyan Cat.
That was a fun character to play in Smash.
I'm gonna get water real
Nyan
quick.
Why did they not add Nyan Cat to Smash?
That's
Well,
a great
why don't they
question.
add Master Chief to Smash?
I think
'Cause-
that was one of the options, man.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm still very upset that they didn't add Waluigi, and they kept adding
Really?
these anime characters that were all the same.
Who
These
they
like
add?
these
Was it from-
JRPG characters.
What was it from? Was it from
Which one?
Final Fantasy or something?
Yeah, they added Sephiroth in
Okay.
Ultimate.
I got really scared because I know that I sometimes, for whatever reason, confuse that in Kingdom Hearts.
Well, they also added Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
either way,
yeah.
it would've been
Okay,
right.
Sora was a good ad.
Yeah, I
but
love
they
Sora.
they should have had Waluigi.
Yeah, I did.
Do they
Yeah,
not have
sure.
Wario in all?
They have Wario.
They were at Wario.
They
Why
don't
do they
have
not have
Waluigi.
Waluigi then?
I don't know.
That's goofy.
And that's all the
pretty
fans have
goofy.
been asking
Yeah,
for.
that and Gino.
That they were asking for that. Minecraft
and Sora.
Steve.
Doom Guy, did he ever get?
He
actually
got a
added?
Mii costume, a Mii Gunner costume.
Yeah.
Oh.
which is, it looks good. But
Yeah. But they didn't add
actually-
Doom Guy.
They should add Master
Doom
Chief.
Guy's a little
Master
violent
Chief.
though.
I mean, he's still in there.
Yeah.
And Master Chief's not in there.
Yeah, that's
Master
right.
Chief is a lot less
What
violent.
they
Doom is so much more violent than
Doom
Halo.
Doom is very violent.
Like,
Speaking of Doom,
we're
I
talking
love
about
the
Smash
music.
Brothers, by the way.
We're talking about Smash Brothers now.
Smash Bros.
Yeah.
And we're
And
talking,
Doom,
we're
and
talking about
Doom,
how
and Doom.
Waluigi did not get added to the Smash.
Yes.
Speaking
That's
of Doom,
anno-
speaking of
that's
Doom,
Speaking of
frustrating.
Yeah.
Waluigi's
Doom,
literally my
He
Waluigi
favorite
deserved
Mario
it.
character.
That's all the people were asking for. They're like, give us Waluigi. And then they kept
Actually,
adding.
Sora was the
That's
most
actually-
requested character in
That's
Sora-
Smash Wii U.
Sora was a good ad.
Waluigi-
Sora and
Waluigi
Minecraft
is
Steve
I'm
were the
so
best
glad
two
they're
ads
doing
that
that.
they've done.
Wario,
Yeah.
but that's beside the point.
And I'm honestly glad they have Sephiroth now. So like, I can see why someone would be upset.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, that's me.
Do it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
I remember
Donkey
watching.
Kong.
I watched the Mario movie with
Mario.
Mikey was there,
Yeah.
and so there's that scene whenever they're in DK. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
And they start doing the DK rap. DK, Donkey Kong. And Mikey like looked at each other.
Donkey Kong
Yeah.
is here.
And then like at the end of that scene, Mikey went. He did the Seth Rogen laugh, and it was so funny.
I
It's
love
like,
the
yo,
Seth
what's up?
Rogen laugh.
I'm Donkey Kong.
I
can't
wonder
even
if he
replicate
did that.
It's
I wonder if he did that in Turtles.
The Ninja
special.
Turtles movie.
I'm about to hit
I
you guys
bet.
with the
probably
craziest topic change ever. Are you ready?
What?
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Okay.
Oppenheimer.
What do we want to talk about? The music, the
All of it.
everything.
Dude, I
Can
could
you
literally
hear
get
the
into a
Whiplash
conversation about
reference?
everything. This is my field right here. It's the film.
Yeah, you love films.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer was
Love
phenomenal.
Oppenheimer.
I
I
watched
hear
that.
them
I watched
so
that with
good.
you guys. Shane, you were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think
Probably.
Yes, I was.
Yeah.
Was Shane there whenever?
I don't
watched it?
remember.
I don't.
I've seen it 3 times. I don't remember which.
You've
who
seen
I've-
it four,
I
I
saw it
thought.
with you.
3, 4.
Oh,
I've
he
seen
wasn't-
it like I've seen
yeah,
it like
no, he
4.
wasn't there whenever.
Yeah,
I saw
there
it
was. We
2
had a
times.
really big group, but
Yeah,
I've
I
seen it.
watched
No,
it.
I've
I
seen it,
wasn't.
guys.
I wasn't able to come to that one.
Yeah.
to that
I've
showing.
seen it too. I've seen it like 3 or 4 times in theaters. I don't
Yeah.
remember which one, but I've seen it like 3 or 4 times.
That was
I've
a
seen it like
really
4
good
times
movie.
and then once in IMAX. And the IMAX one was actually
IMAX is amazing.
really
Everyone was like,
so good.
Carson,
That's how
why are
Chris
you
Nolan
watching this
intended it.
movie so many times
Yeah.
in theaters? I'm like, why aren't you?
Because it's amazing.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing is the second time I watched it and all the things that were symbolic through like the story that I didn't catch the first time. Like the
Yeah.
first
The
opening
rain
shot of the
being
movie is him
explosions.
staring at water. on
Yeah, with the
ground,
rain.
right?
Yeah.
In the raindrops. And he's just staring at it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool visual. But then after I watched through and then watched it the second time, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, that's kind of like
That's-
symbolizing him looking at the water droplets and thinking about like
about bombs.
the
H-
no,
think
like
about
quantum,
bombs.
quantum
Everything's
physics.
about bombs.
Quantum
He's
physics,
he's
yeah.
thinking of like how atoms are in relation to each other and like black holes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it shows this whole thing about him throwing glass on the ground and seeing how it like
How it shatters.
how it shatters with itself. It's really cool.
I still think the first time was still my favorite. I mean, obviously I enjoyed it every time, but like the first time I watched it was on IMAX, and that
Same.
that was
That
my
experience
first.
was
That was my first
incredible.
ever Chris Nolan movie to experience in IMAX, just because
Yeah.
I was a fan of him whenever Tenet came out, but like I just
No one
didn't.
would-
I just didn't watch Tenet.
I'll say
I
this.
love Tenet,
It
but
was
Tenet was fun.
unlike any other Chris Nolan movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it was
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
unique from all of his other films.
It was honest for me. It was Christopher Nolan does a lot with like intellectually based storylines where it's very much based in like complexity and like you have to watch it a couple times.
Like Interstellar.
Interstellar,
Like Tenet.
Inception, Tenet,
Yeah.
Prestige to a degree, but not really.
Batman
Um,
Begins.
Like,
There we go.
like a lot of
The
his
Dark Knight
movies are very
Rises.
intellectually based to where like it deals a lot with science and deals a lot with time and deals a
Yeah.
lot with theory and like all these fields.
Theory will
but
only
it's
get you so
very realistic in the way that it's presented in terms of like showing things that are happening in real time. Oppenheimer was the first time that he went a lot more abstract with his visualizations, and that was really cool for me. Like showing all the different visualizations of space and like atoms and
All with just practical effects.
and energy, like energy transfers, and like showing what would happen if a bomb exploded and took fire to the atmosphere. All of that was like very abstract, but it wasn't abstract enough to where it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it was so cool
'Cause it
seeing
made
the
sense in the
visual-
context of
like,
what they were talking
The visual
about.
symbolism that he had in that movie is unlike any other movie that he has done, and it was really cool seeing it.
Yeah. I think that the "Can You Hear the Music" scene is probably my favorite montage.
Yeah.
in-
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that
in any
was
movie.
really good.
That was really cool.
Also, the American Prometheus
Yeah,
scene.
that was pretty
Yeah.
good too.
That whole line from whenever the song kicks in, American Prometheus, that is whenever he's putting on the hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 After he's like,
So
told-
he's like, "You're a scientist, dressed
You're a
like
scientist,
one."
Yeah. There's a whole part where he's talking to this German scientist. Who-
German.
I think he may be German. Or
Are you talking about the one that he talked to who told him to change?
no. The
one that
guy who's the bad guy from Tenet.
I forget his name in the movie, but I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
and he's talking to him after all the other scientists leave,
Yeah.
and he drops this line that pretty much says, "You are an American Prometheus. You give
Oh yeah.
the people the
ability to destroy themselves.
the ability." Hold on, I'm
Yeah.
gonna pull it up word for word because I literally wrote it down as I was watching the movie the first time because I thought
It was a good line.
No.
yeah,
I love
Wasn't it, you've given them the ability to destroy themselves.
Bars.
Bars,
Here we go.
Bars.
J-Robert
you are
Oppenheimer
the
was
American
saying bars.
Prometheus. You give people the ability to destroy themselves, and they'll cheer you for it.
And they'll cheer you for
Yeah,
That was like,
was great.
that hit
Crazy.
me like a gut punch the way they said that.
that
Yeah,
whole
those-
movie was crazy. That was
Mhm.
oh my gosh, that movie was good.
Also, I feel like there's a lot of quotes that are going to be like from The Dark Knight, like all the quotes that you get from that movie.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of quotes that
I was born in the dark.
like that one. There's going to be
Oh.
quotes that people get from this movie that like
I
the
become
quote
death.
that says you
Destroyer
either
of
die a hero or see yourself become a villain.
Yeah.
That quote it applies to so many things, and it's a timeless quote that literally
you
could
either
apply-
die a boomer
Poetry
or
was
live
words.
long enough to see
like
yourself become
companies,
a zoomer.
capitalism. You could talk about the music industry. You could talk about anything, and that quote applies so well. But there's a couple of quotes where it says, "Genius is not a guarantee for wisdom." That was a really cool one. And then the truly vindictive are patient as saints.
Yeah.
That was a really
good
cool one as well.
You know my favorite quote?
Hmm.
You were born in the dark. I was born in the darkness. You merely adopted the darkness.
You merely adopted it.
I didn't see the light.
Molded
till I was a
it.
man, but then there was nothing
I did
but
not
light.
see
the first time I saw the light.
We are going to reach you for your car's extended
We're trying to reach you, but
I
it's
am the
got
darkness of your shadow, Batman.
shadow.
I am the darkness
I
of your
am
shadow, Batman.
I am the darkness in your
You can't
closet.
underestimate me.
What? I am the
I won't
darkness
say
in
that
your
one.
closet.
And I'm going to come out of the man.
What?
I'm
The darkness. Carson, do you have something that you need to The explain? darkness has come out.
Yes, I do. I like Bane. Bane's
I love
cool.
Bane.
Bane's cool.
Bane's awesome.
Bane was
I love
pretty
it.
cool.
Bane.
Especially in the Harley Quinn show. He's great.
I like Bane.
He's my favorite.
I like
I like
I
Tom
like that his
Hardy.
whole character
Whoa.
is basically that he's just on like some crazy steroids.
He's on the
I don't know. I think the
Not
best.
not in The Dark Knight Rises though.
Yeah,
He's
not in Dark Knight
He's
Rises.
literally. I don't know
He's just
how
a
they
dude.
explain his strength because it doesn't really make sense in The Dark Knight Rises because they never explain it.
because he
but-
had to rise.
But
He
he's just
rises
strong.
from
He's
the
just randomly
pit.
strong, but there's no like reasoning
Because
behind
he
it in
had
Dark
to
Knight Rises.
rise.
But I love the fact that he's just like a dude that went through the same thing Batman went through. And
Pretty sure he was some kind of soldier or something beforehand, though.
well, he was a part of the League of Shadows.
Yeah, that's why.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's how he got so buff.
he went through the same thing that Batman went through. But
That
Batman
is
left
why.
after a certain while. But Bane went
Bane
through the
kept-
whole thing.
He had
He
to
killed.
rise.
He finished the final
That's why
task.
he's so strong.
That's why he's buff.
It's like in Elden.
Ah.
Wait,
Oh.
what? Oh, we're back to Elden Ring.
Oh.
Oh, tarnished.
no. Utah.
Not the
you're
water.
gonna
You're about to
destroy
get the
everything.
water. Yeah, you're about to pull an
That was
Oppenheimer.
a
destroy the
really
studio.
bad.
You're about to
to
pull an
die.
Oppenheimer in the studio. It's gonna be a bomb.
Oh, no.
You know, I actually almost caught the studio on fire one time.
Really?
That does not because your music was so
Because your
fire.
music
right?
was so fire.
Your beats were fire.
No,
Your beats were fire.
it's because. Well, it wasn't even my fault though. I was just the one that was in here.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
just,
the
I think I've heard
the
this
con-
one before.
The connection to the middle monitor was like iffy, and it was like sparking
Oh.
somehow, and it almost caught the studio on fire. But
I'm
did-
guessing you told him
Well,
about it.
I didn't know that it was sparking though. That's the thing.
So
I
he
couldn't
found out.
Like I couldn't tell. And then I got to class like a day or two after. This was when we were recording something for Dark Fracture. So this was like a year and a half ago at least. And so I get to class and our teacher, his name is Rosfeld. He goes, "So Carson, anything happened in the studio recently? And I'm just like, no, not really. I'm working on music. He's like, you almost caught the studio on fire. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, the middle monitor was sparking and it almost got everything on fire. I replaced it. I was like, oh, well, I did not know that. He was like, okay.
Okay. Dude, he's so like chill. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, I almost
love that guy.
I technically almost did, but it wasn't my fault. Like I wasn't doing anything.
You inadvertently.
Yes.
No?
Yeah. I didn't actually break anything like another person did in the studio.
Like a certain individual.
A certain individual.
Look, that was one time. Okay.
Shut up, Zach. It's not you.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't.
Did I
you.
break something?
No one here.
No. This was
no one in here.
I think like a year ago or something.
It
was like
a couple months ago.
Is it someone I know?
Yes, it's someone you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah. He is another.
No, this wasn't a couple
This
months
was like
ago.
30 seconds.
This was a year ago.
It was. I don't think it was a full year ago. It
Well,
was.
this was.
I think it was.
This was
last
before
semester.
Elden Ring.
This
Oh,
was
never
before
mind.
Elden.
I guess it might have
And
been.
Elden
So
Ring
I
was a year
wasn't.
ago.
I wasn't here then.
Yes, but you
No.
do know him, and he's in your grade, I think.
Really?
What?
Maybe. I don't remember. For
No,
sure.
because I wouldn't have been
Are
here.
you talking about?
Yeah.
He's in my grade.
Yeah,
He's in
I
your
was gonna
grade.
say
Yeah.
if he's in my grade, he wasn't here yet.
Yeah,
'cause
he
Elden
blew-
Ring.
No.
Elden Ring came out the spring of my senior year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he blew one of the
Come on,
fuses
Carson.
in the speaker, and
Yeah, pretty
blamed
sick.
it. He blamed it on me.
You tried. To.
He tried to blame it on me, but yeah, it was.
You can't
it was,
blame some music related on the Carson music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he tried to say.
No,
he tried to
knows how
say that.
safely
It's like I
work a
say,
speaker.
Carson is the CMP major.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
He tried to say that it was me who blew the speaker, and I'm like, no.
No.
But I didn't get in trouble because it wasn't me. So I'm all good.
Yeah.
I'm on
We're all
Gucci.
fine.
I'm all Gucci. I know how to. I know how to not set audio levels to freakishly loud. To
Yeah.
Dude, like that's just what
To
you
blow
gotta do
out your
sometimes.
Like,
Just gotta do what you gotta do.
I
in
mean,
order
it's-
to make the
it was
music
ridiculous.
alive.
you didn't have to
Experiment.
do
the
it,
amount of
though.
times I've walked in here and the dial for the music. That's funny.
Dial.
Dial.
It's literally like
That's hilarious.
here,
Funny.
You've got to be kidding me.
Whoa.
over here.
What's it at right now?
The dial is at nothing right now because since we're in here, if I were to turn it up, our mics would go through
Yeah.
the speakers,
we'd
and
hear
so it'd pick
ourselves.
it up again.
Yeah.
And so then it's
And
just
then it
a
would start
continuous
feeding.
loop until.
Great.
Yep. But yeah, so basically, I normally have it around. So think of it like 25%, 50%, 75, 100%. Never do 75 or 100 because that's too much.
Yeah.
The max I'll do is
No, I
maybe
agree.
halfway. I normally keep it between like 25.
I never do 75 to 100% on anything.
I honestly normally keep it pretty low because
Yeah,
if
I only do 50%.
Yeah,
on
I
everything
sometimes
work
give
on.
50%.
Everything in my life.
Especially in group projects.
I have
give
classes
like
where I
1%
have
how to do anything.
50%.
oh my gosh, something tells me we're not talking about
I go
volume
100%
anymore.
on everything.
No,
There you
no,
go.
There you go,
never.
Shane.
No.
There you go, Shane.
Unless
No.
you're doing something in here, then you don't want to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I normally keep it around like 25ish, and he had it up to at least 75. So it was pretty wild. All right, well, I am getting pretty hungry. So
I'm getting hungry
I'm
for some
too,
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Oh my God.
Whataburger
freaking
sounds freaking good right
Are we
now.
It
go-
does.
Are we going to decide
Whataburger.
where we're going right now on
Whataburger.
Yeah.
I'd say
Okay, guys,
Whataburger.
All right, guys.
Okay, chat.
See,
listen
all
up.
right.
All right. Let's put a
All right,
poll.
hold on, hold on, real fast.
Chat.
She literally wants to go to Whataburger.
So over the summer, this is really fast. Over the summer, I was going to have the Rise of the Beast composer on the podcast. He told me to send him a link to my YouTube. Don't know if he just forgot about it, never saw it, what it was. If he did watch it and decided that my channel was too unprofessional or something, I don't know. I try and keep it
No,
relatively
we're
professional.
definitely professionals here.
But on the
We are so
podcast,
professional.
like these ones, it's not as it's somewhat. I mean, it's not too
Yeah,
different from
we're
what
very-
other. It's not too different from like what Mr. Beast, for example, does.
Yeah,
And
like
I
the
have-
Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah.
We're way more professional
Yeah,
and mature
exactly.
than he is.
Yeah.
But like, he never responded to me, and so it freaked me out. I'm like, do I need to like think about what I do on the podcast? And I re-listened to some, and I'm like, no, these are fine. I don't know, but
Yeah, we literally talked about how we literally almost the entire section of Elden Ring was just us climaxing talking about Spanish.
there it is.
Rise now.
Very professional people here.
We're very
yeah.
professional. Hey, that's what the game is. That's what it's like.
We're
That's
just
what the
quoting.
opening
Yeah,
cutscene
all
is
the,
like.
all
Just
the,
quoting.
all the,
He sounds like he climaxes. Search
Yeah,
it.
he does.
all the etherealness in like how beautiful the game is it's just you seeing the new world, but you're just climaxing constantly.
Yeah,
so it
that's
makes
what it
everything
does.
seem so
Shane,
much better.
why are you
and
so
look better.
good at it?
I mean, I love it.
Because he's sure getting
I am
off.
sure
is-
getting off.
bro,
I
his
am
armor
all
went
knowing.
hard.
All right, so my vote is Taco Bell.
I say Whataburger.
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
is
No,
my
no,
Taco
guys,
Bell.
please.
What,
Can we
wait,
please
what's
get a
Shane? What's
Whataburger?
Shane?
McDonald's.
Oh, what? No, no,
Narrow
guys.
bread.
Chat.
Guys.
Tell us what we should do.
Chat.
Whataburger.
All right, let's get a poll
I
going
want to
on
get a
this.
strawberry shake
I'm sure you do.
Okay.
because they're so good, and so I
The banana pudding
really
shake is
love
also really good.
Whataburger.
Well, if we go to Taco Bell, you'll get a different flavor of shake, but it will happen inside of you, and it'll go in the toilet.
Yeah.
It's a chocolate one. No, can we please go to Whataburger?
I guess.
What do you want,
We go
Shane?
to. We
Kinda
always
want
go to
Brahms.
Taco Bell.
Brahms
You
would be
literally
cool.
had it like last night, didn't you?
I hit it. No, I didn't go last night.
Josh
No,
had it
2
last
nights
night.
ago.
It was like 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, like I
Yeah,
haven't
that
had
was forever
Whataburger
ago.
since like the beginning of the semester.
Oh, what a bummer.
Can we please go to Whataburger?
Whataburger. Like Whataburger.
Whataburger is. I
I don't know. There are 2 votes. For
We
Taco
eat
Bell.
Taco Bell so much.
Lieutenant John, yeah, I haven't been to Whataburger since Caleb
Honestly,
Cornelius
I'm
was
surprised
here.
that we're
Saying.
still alive by how much Taco Bell.
That's
we've
what I'm
eaten.
saying.
That is
Actually,
awesome.
I'm surprised
I've only
our
been to
hearts
Taco Bell like
haven't
once
stopped
with y'all,
yet.
and they gave me my food
Well,
twice,
give
and that
me
was kind
maybe
of fire.
5 years. Mine will be gone within 5 years. I will be dead. That's
Yeah.
why I'm doing all this stuff now, like getting my stuff on PlayStation, is because I know I'm gonna
Yeah.
be dead soon.
So we're eating Whataburger, is what I'm hearing.
yeah, we'll do Taco Bell.
Okay, fine, we'll do Taco Bell.
Fine, we'll do Freddy's.
Okay,
Honestly,
fine,
I'm
we'll
okay
go
with
to
that too.
Chipotle.
That's too far away.
That is too far away. Whataburger's at least close.
Fine,
Yeah.
we'll do Popeyes.
All right, we'll watch it.
Okay, we'll go to Qdoba. All right.
All right, we'll go
Bro,
to
I don't have
Sessions.
enough cash.
Okay,
to
we'll do
Qdoba.
Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
even though it's a Sunday.
There's Qdoba next to Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
Yep.
Which
North
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah,
West.
that's true.
I'm not.
The one on
I
the
almost,
expressway.
I almost just outed where.
The one by the Target is what he's talking about.
Yeah, I don't know where that is.
The one,
Can you
Hobby
tell
Lobby.
us
the
spec-
one by the thing.
Can you tell us exactly where that is so everyone can hone in on our location?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
If
I'm
there's
sure
any
they
stalkers,
care.
if there's any stalkers listening to us,
Well-
please don't.
I am
Oh,
kind of
please.
cute.
Not
Actually, I'm not worth stalking because I kind of.
I'm kind of really
suck.
boring.
kind of like
Yeah.
awesome.
Like you'll see me
Yeah, I'm
go
kinda
practice
awesome.
piano for about.
Yeah.
You'll see me go back and forth from my
Yeah.
room to piano, and then I'll eat at least once.
At
The stalker
least
will
once.
feel so bad for me that they'll walk up to me and be like, "Hey, do you want to stalk me so you have a purpose?"
Something to do.
That was good. That was good.
That was
That
good.
is
I like
one
that
way of thinking of
That's
that
one way of
thing.
looking at it.
That seems like a good place to stop.
Well, no. We gotta
Yeah.
end on something better than that.
Better than that.
For
Yeah.
the closer.
Oh yeah.
What's our closer?
All right,
What's-
all right. Here's
we
here's
just
the
climaxed.
Rise
Okay,
now.
we just climaxed. What's the resolution?
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
there
resolution?
does have to be a revolution.
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 Resolution.
Revolution number 9.
Thank you.
All right,
Number 9.
Zach, sing a note. Harmonize with that, Connor. Beautiful,
NBC.
beautiful. What a
We're gonna get
lovely,
copyright
what a
strikes.
lovely final note.
For the longest time.
Oh, for the longest
If
you say
Oh, woo!